started! Yay! Hi! Baking! Welcome. So, I think we need to open the wine because we've started, right?
I think we should introduce ourselves.
Do we have to?
No.
Okay.
We might have to.
No. We should.
I'm Joanna.
Yeah. I'm Summer.
And I'm the blue cup. Of course you are.
Wait, I'm Stewie then. Yes, you are. Process of
Stewie.
elimination.
Summer and math. Okay, so here we have our special guests, red and blue.
Perfect.
So we're going to be doing a little bit of...
Which one goes first?
Let's do the blue one first, unless you guys have a...
No.
Well, whatever.
Anyway, welcome to our Bake Along live stream. This is super exciting to be here celebrating our 3rd birthday with you guys and able to do it through our awesome YouTube channel that we've got up here. And I think it's going to be really fun. I think we're going to have a good time. If you want to tweet along with us, we do have the Q&A set up if you want to ask us questions beside the live stream, or you can tweet at us at #IGGPPCLive. So we'll be checking that throughout our broadcast while we're baking, while we're drinking, all this, and we will answer your questions. And yeah, it should be great.
This is sort of an unofficial, our YouTube is relaunching sort of a thing. We're going to be up on a more regular schedule. We're going to be posting new videos every Monday. So this is sort of a hoo-ha hurrah for that. So
Hoo-ha hurrah.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please.
Did I break this already?
Oh, fail.
No, I
She doesn't
didn't.
even have
I didn't.
At least we got the wine open.
I got the wine open. It didn't break. There you go. Oh, look, it has the world on it.
Yay!
Ooh.
And it says planet friendly because I think it's recyclable, but I'm going to assume that we're friendly because we're Geek Girl pen pals.
We are so international.
All right, pour that wine.
We have our Q&A panel open, so if you guys think of anything you want to talk to us about or whatever, otherwise we're just going to have a good time here. And
if you notice, Jim Bob is hanging out down here with his birthday hat on, and he'll be joining us later.
I need the 3rd cup.
Oh, it's mine.
The other cup,
wait,
the other
there it is.
cup.
Doesn't this look good, you guys?
I'm telling Twitter that we're live.
Oh, you didn't do that yet?
Oh, I did.
Okay, I was like, they missed our whole introduction. We're going to have to do it again.
No.
That can go there. And it's really not a party without a foil umbrella, I think. Sweet. We actually just weren't really sure how we were going to tell the cups apart. But, I mean, I'm not letting mine go, so. So, yeah.
So, if you've joined in, wait, we need to take a selfie first.
We should take a
We do
selfie,
need to take a
and we should
selfie.
also have, like, a cheers.
A cheers? Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Joanna has the best camera.
Okay. I do.
Ah, let me flip it. Ready? Yay!
Yay!
All right, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Yay!
We love all you Eagles, and we hope you love us too.
I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry.
Don't cry. Drink the wine.
Drink the wine, drink the wine.
I feel much better.
I do too.
Yes.
This is good.
This is.
So tonight we are baking a cake. If you are baking along with us, you currently have an ingredient list, but you do not have a recipe because it is a surprise theme cake.
We don't have a recipe. Well,
They don't have the recipe.
We have no idea what kind of cake this is, so.
So it's going to be a surprise. We have pizza on the way. So we'll be introducing Stewie to Chicago Deep Dish Pizza. And
It's my first official Chicago pizza. I'm a little bit scared, but I think I can get through it.
excellent.
handle it.
Cake-wise, what do you guys think I have in store for you? You've seen the ingredients. We have most of them laid out on the table over here, besides the wine.
I'll be perfectly honest, my cake baking experience involves buying one of those boxes that says Betty Crocker and keeping it in my cabinet for 3 years and then throwing it away.
Oh, yeah, that works.
So,
I think we're making chocolate chip cake because I've seen chocolate chips. That is my whole.
that is a good
my whole
guess.
theory.
She's done this before, clearly.
Yeah, I can. I've got chocolate chip experience.
I mean,
I just posted a photo of
I
us.
don't know. Chocolate chip cake, is that been taken?
It has. You have to give another guess.
All right, I'm gonna guess, give me a second here. I'm just kind of perusing these ingredients. I don't see any icing. Is there icing on it? I think we're making chocolate vanilla velvet cake.
Oh, I like that.
I don't think that's a thing.
It is now.
Chocolate vanilla velvet.
A chocolate vanilla velvet. Velvet. It's gonna be a lot harder to say. Chocolate vanilla.
It helps to drink if you move the umbrella.
I like the umbrella being there with me though.
I know, right?
I keep stabbing myself.
Yeah,
Banana problems.
I know, right?
Uh,
Excellent. Well, we are making neither of those cakes.
Oh,
are we gonna reveal or are we gonna
Do you want me to reveal?
I don't know.
No, I think we should guess at the
I
end
think
after we
people
made
should
it.
guess based on the ingredients.
Well,
I want all of
the-
you guys to guess.
Ingredients, the time when I need to link them the page with the directions if they're gonna
yes.
make a lot.
Maybe you should tell us that.
It's emotional. You'll want to
Emotional
go.
cake?
Yeah, it's an emotional cake. So I found a recipe for a chocolate cake with a caramel center, and I'm calling it the I Did It All for the Curly Whirly.
Yay!
Oh my gosh! Emily's watching!
She's probably asleep.
She's probably asleep.
I don't care!
Wake up. Wake up.
I don't know if everyone that's watching knows, but that's the origin story. I was desperate for some curly whirlies, which are a UK treat, and the co-founder Emily lives in the UK, so I hit her up a little bit for some curly whirlies. I love me some curly whirlies.
A little bit.
That is so cool.
So basically, yeah, I had to look up what a curly whirly was because I didn't know what it was.
Have you never had one?
No, I've never had one.
Oh, we need to fix this.
I mean, they
we
are
need to fix this.
just divine. So are we gonna make our own caramel?
Yes, that's why you don't see frosting, and then it'll be covered in a chocolate ganache. So I'm gonna tweet out
Spill
the
wine.
recipe.
I am just failing at wine drinking. Yes, tweet the recipe.
Get it in your face hole, Joanna. Oh my gosh. you
Okay,
guys.
1
Oh,
second.
thank you, Kitty.
So guest starring tonight will be my cats.
Kitty interlude.
We need some music going on.
If you want to, we don't need some music for this kitty interlude.
No.
If you want to bake along, here is the recipe.
So get out your mixers and your vanilla and your whatever else you use to bake. I don't have any of this stuff. Actually,
Flour.
I think I have some flour.
Sugar.
So you guys know, I
Cocoa.
put the credit at the bottom, but I got this recipe and it's mostly modified from a website called lifeloveandsugar.com. And she made it as a turtle chocolate layer cake. So basically, I'm just taking the nuts out.
Perfect.
And now it's a chocolate caramel
So
curly
now-
whirly cake.
So now for us to make this, are we gonna like go through each step alternating? Like you do one, I do two.
I don't know.
I
What
think
do
it's
you
going
wanna
to be a giant teamwork.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can
Because I
just
mean,
kind of
that
like,
could be a
read
disaster for you
the-
guys if you trust me with any of
we
these
don't trust you
numbers.
at all.
Oh.
Yay! Hannah says we look fabulous and she
Oh,
cannot wait to
thanks.
see the end results.
You look fabulous too.
Thank you, Hannah. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't bake cakes, so this is actually the first cake that I think I've ever baked.
Even from a box cake.
I do think I did a box cake before. I don't know. I think
So
it's
the
gonna
next
help.
time you find a box cake that's been in your pantry for like 3 years, what you also need is a can of pie filling. And then you dump the pie filling in a pan and you slice up a whole stick of butter on it and you dump the cake mix onto it. It's called dump cake because then you bake it and it turns into this like cobbler thing. It's amazing.
So it's just an easy way to take care of that. Yeah, because I have a lot of stuff in
Yeah.
my cabinet stuff. It's just
One of my favorites is to do canned cherries with canned pineapples and like a yellow cake on top of it.
that sounds really good.
So good. It's like cheater cobbler. But
And
you
I
have
mean,
to make the
something like
cobbler.
cobbler just sounds so difficult. Like it just sounds like the kind of thing that you would just not be able to make.
Super easy.
I mean, not you. I feel like the general person. Like it just seems pretty difficult.
But it's totally like I take that stuff camping. So you can take if you have a Dutch oven. So if you have a Dutch oven, you can take it camping and line it with foil and you dump the pie filling in first, do the butter, because butter is its own preservative. You don't actually have to keep it refrigerated.
Oh.
So none of this stuff has to be refrigerated. You can carry it with you and stick it in the coals and you have cobbler
That's
while you're
awesome.
camping.
And canned food just tastes better because it tastes smoky. It just tastes better.
I told you he likes to like knock his food into his lips.
Oh my gosh, he's making his own mix.
Yeah, he's weird.
We're watching the cat right now. He's eating his wet food and his dry food, and he's doing sort of a...
He takes the dry food and takes it out of the bowl and scoops it into the bowl with the wet food and then eats it.
I'd probably do the same thing if I was
He's
him.
weird. All right.
Are we gonna get started pretty soon?
Yes, we have a question from the Peach Martini.
Hello.
Let me select it. So she wants to know, what flavor of wine are we enjoying? Well, right now we are half a bottle through this thing because Stewie pours very heavy.
I approve.
It's very good. It's a little sweet, but it's a nice mild red.
It's an Italian red.
It's an Italian red. It's dry. It's sweet. It's got like a Pinot Noir, I would say, but I'm no expert, so I might just be saying words.
It's wine.
It's not too dry, like as far as reds go. I think it's a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, it's
Joanna
not super
probably
dry.
knows. Joanna's kind of
It's Nero Diavola Epicuro is the label.
She said words.
I did. We did not serve it at 18 degrees Celsius, I don't think. We didn't check. How dare we?
Following that, we're drinking the Apothic Crush Smooth Red Blend
Yes, we
in
are.
2014 from California.
Mhm.
After
I like
that,
me some California wines.
we will raid some more wine sources, and we'll probably end up drinking this.
That
I
one looks
really
good.
hope
Whoa!
I know. Talk about a cool bottle.
Wait, I want to show the
They
bottle.
can't see. You're over there in the
Sorry.
corner.
So this is a very interesting looking bottle. It's very, like, it looks like a
It's
really,
Illuminati.
it's
Yeah.
an Illuminati, like a really cool tattoo, or like I went into a cave and I found an artifact and it transported me to another world. I mean, maybe I'm wishfully thinking, but
That's what I got for my birthday from my friend.
Happy birthday.
I know.
6 months ago.
Yes.
So
Are
we
okay,
really doing
answer
this?
that. We're gonna do this.
I'm scared.
Yay!
All right, so we're gonna start the cake. The first, I'm gonna close out of that. The first thing you need is we need to prepare 3 8-inch cake pans with parchment paper circles on the bottom and grease the sides. And we need to preheat the oven to 300 degrees.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have 2 8-inch rounds and 1 9-inch round. So
How many did we need?
we need 3 8-inch pans.
So this one needs to go on the bottom. It's
We're
fine.
making
We'll put this on the bottom.
2 size cakes here. So we have, that probably needs to get rinsed just because it's new.
Can do it.
So
So,
we
Elizabeth,
preheat the
I
oven?
see you. It's not too complicated for you. You can do it. It's not. It looks daunting, but it's fine. I promise it's going to be fine.
Wait, does
So-
that actually say 300 degrees? That's very low.
Yes, it says 300. We're baking it so the caramel doesn't overbake because you want it to stay
But the
soft.
caramel's not inside it.
Oh, then I don't know.
Great, we're just baking at really low temperatures.
And you know what? If you guys think this is too hard, 2 things. Open some wine and just see what happens in the kitchen because
It'll make it
sometimes
better.
magic happens. Or just get one of those Betty Crocker boxes and just, whatever.
Okay,
For me, it's hard. Not for everyone. These are our beautiful pans that Summer is providing from her beautiful kitchen.
Can I lick it? I should not lick it. We're gonna.
please do not like it.
They're round
Can you
and
take the skewer off the bottom?
silvery. I can do that. I couldn't have
So
thought to do that.
who feels artistic and wants to cut the parchment paper into the rounds?
I will cut parchment paper.
Okay, so you should do the 8 inches.
Okay.
And you can, I brought you a pen to measure.
Have you ever baked this thing before?
Have you? I've hardly baked ever with anybody, but no, not with you.
No, she's telling me to measure stuff. I don't know what this measuring is.
I said cut something out.
Cut. You said I could be artistic.
Maybe let's have a purse sitting over here on my counter. I don't know where to put it on the plate. Do you want a plate? I can give you a plate. You just said you didn't know where to put it. Here, you have a plate now.
So,
Thank you.
never run with
It's
scissors.
really, really filling. I really want to enjoy this pizza.
Unless you're running from zombies and you need something to defend yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like there should always be a zombie caveat in everything.
For sure.
I remember having ham. Like yesterday.
We could also use butter
We can also use Crisco.
or flour.
We'll use Crisco.
Okay.
I'm helping. Stewie, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this vegetable shortening.
There's one.
All right, 3 more.
2 more.
2 more. 1 more this size and 1 more a little bigger.
Yeah.
So Stewie, you're gonna take this dab of Crisco, and you are gonna grease the sides. So just basically go like
Not
this.
the bottom though?
Not the bottom, because that's where the parchment paper is going.
I see.
So you just want to get the sides just coated. It doesn't have to be lumpy. You want it to be like about that. So like a nice layer.
Okay.
It's
Nice
okay
layer.
if some of it gets on the bottom.
Okay. You just don't want to, you don't have to do the bottom.
I feel like I'm putting suntan lotion on.
We love that.
So I guess this is just so that it doesn't stick. Does this look good?
Can't tell.
Okay. Maybe a little more.
Yes, this is so it doesn't stick.
Beautiful.
And so the layers get nice and we can stack it easily.
This is just, I mean, crazy. A dab of Crisco. We're dabbing.
Dabbing.
I never really dabbed before. This is my first dabbing experience.
Have you ever dabbled?
I have dabbled.
Well, then you're fine.
I'm dabbling in dabbing.
Yes.
Look at this. This is beautiful.
I'm just going to drink wine.
I like the way you
And
think.
supervise.
I mean, like,
Good job, team.
you really can't use too much of this stuff because it probably tastes good.
Yum.
Have you ever tried Crisco?
Nope.
You should.
You
lick
should
your
you should
fingers.
totally try the Crisco.
Tastes like chapstick.
You could use it as chapstick, in fact.
It's not that good.
It's not.
And it leaves an aftertaste. You need more wine.
You guys are terrible. Can't trust them with anything. All right. Yeah, that's gross.
So Hannah would like to know if we have a favorite cooking show.
A favorite cooking show? I used to love Good Eats. I'm really sad Good Eats went off the air. Other than that, I don't know if I have a particular. I watch some on YouTube sometimes.
I don't watch a lot of cooking shows that are like instructional, but I watch a lot of Steve's just walking right in front of me.
Sorry.
I watch a lot of like Top Chef and Master Chef Junior, and so I really get like inspired by those. Growing up, I used to watch a lot of like the old PBS shows. So if it was on PBS and it was a cooking show, I probably watched it like in the 90s.
Like Julia Child.
Julia Childs, Rick Bayless. I don't remember who else. Basically, mostly those two. But like my dad watched a ton of cooking shows, so I always watched cooking shows with him. So now I kind of just like watch those reality TV cooking competitions.
Do we need this for anything?
No. But like the good ones that I feel like inspired by afterwards.
I definitely liked Master Chef Junior just because.
Oh, they're
I
so
mean,
cute. They're my favorite.
They're just tiny little people, and I don't think I
They're
was
like
that
my
really
future
good at
children.
anything when I was that age.
Mhm.
I don't watch a lot of cooking shows because, like I said, I don't even think I've ever really baked a cake. But I did watch Cutthroat Kitchen for a while,
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
which is a cooking show where they all have to make the same thing, but they can sabotage each other. And
Oh yeah.
you have to bake with only tinfoil utensils, and you
Yeah.
can only use a Bunsen burner, and it's really funny. But the way that they kind of like go around these problems is awesome.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like that.
Okay, can you guys check out my Crisco job because I'm not sure that I did it right, but just
Okay.
Critique
This
me.
looks
While we're checking, don't forget if you want to tweet with us, you can go to #IGGPPC Live. You can also send us questions on the Q&A directly from the live stream if you go to that page.
yeah, it looks fine.
Okay, cool.
So Joanna, question for you.
Yeah. Where did I get my Stegosaurus necklace? It came from Stewie.
And
At the store, you can tell. The store is called I'm Your Present.
yeah, we did a giveaway on our blog February.
Yeah.
With Kelly from I'm Your Present. I'm a huge fan of her jewelry line. She does really kawaii, like laser cut
Here, I'll
acrylic
get close.
stuff. So Joanna mentioned she loved it. Joanna's putting me up for the weekend, so I had to give her some sort of a little, a little thank you.
I may have squeaked very loudly when I opened that box.
She did. It was really cute.
It was a lot of squeeing.
Okay, so now our oven is preheated. We are gonna mix
all of our dry ingredients into a bowl and combine. We're going to use my mixer later, so we'll go ahead and use the mixer bowl to put the dry ingredients in. So if you guys would like to gather the dry ingredients, let's move these guys out of the way.
What do we need?
Now we need the dry ingredients.
Yes, you said that, but I don't know what we need.
Oh, well, 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar.
You guys are like in sync. Okay, I'm pumping.
We could measure this
What
if we
else?
want to be super precise, but I'm
Is that
lazy.
all the dry ingredients? Are there more?
There's baking soda,
Baking soda, I got it.
and
Grab
there's
the sugar.
the powder, the cocoa powder. Nope, cocoa powder, yes. She just grabbed powdered sugar when I said cocoa powder.
I'm big on down on it. We're having so much fun.
I just stabbed her right over the Yes, you did. I wasn't going to say it, but since you said it. You stabbed me. You stabbed me.
To be fair, you all saw that. She ran into my
2
knife.
cups of sugar.
She ran
Yes,
into
I
my
found it.
knife.
And I put it in there?
Yes.
Did I run into your knife 12 times?
10 times.
10
Only
times.
10. Oh, there we go. Is this a cup? This is a whole cup? The whole thing is a cup. Look at that cup. All right. There we go. That's 1 cup.
I agree on the seeing what happens advice works. It does. That's basically what I do with every time I bake.
Can you be Twitter patrol? This is
I'm
like
Twitter patrol.
great. I'm on question patrol.
Sweet.
La la. I did it. I totally did it.
Okay. So I'm gonna add the 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar.
And are we done?
Sorry.
Can I run away with it?
You can run away with it. We'll need it later, but yeah. I was like, don't like eat the whole bag.
I mean, I might. Make your own pixie sticks, right?
I like pixie sticks.
Is our pizza almost done, Eric?
Special guest Eric in the house. We are actually using his house, so he's literally in the house.
All right, this can go over there.
Yes.
And we need the baking soda.
Yes.
Oh, you brought it.
I did.
We need 2
I brought
teaspoons of that. To be fair, I think Eric used my teaspoon. Oh, here's another one. So we need 2 teaspoons of that and 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay.
So you said 2 of these?
Yes. And wait, let me show you a trick. So when you're using baking soda, you can do like this, and this is meant as a level.
Look at that.
So
Look at that.
when you're doing this,
Actually, I do that with baking.
you
soda
can
and
do
baking
this,
powder.
and now it's, well, we'll
That
get
was a
one.
good try. Look at that little lid.
There you go.
That's cute. Well,
And then we can do
I
1 of
almost
salt. Yeah, this doesn't work very well because I gotta.
maybe
I don't wanna
you do
list
a
the whole
little.
thing.
She's done this before.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
So that can go back to the table. Do you
I'll
want to put those
take
back?
these. I'm the runner.
The runner.
Good at that.
So
Smile. Oh, you got out of the picture. Yay.
So let's use a spoon because that is all of our dry ingredients. Spoon.
Sorry, I'm gonna make Narnia references. And Joanna's gonna appreciate it.
All of them.
Yes, that.
So now we need to mix these ingredients. Does everyone want a turn to stir? Stewie?
Okay.
Stir.
Everyone, this is what's going on. This is
Please
what's
don't
about to
drop that on
happen.
my keyboard.
No, it's fine. This is how I cook. Look at that. I stirred. All right, Joanna.
Stop taking photos and stir the
You
batter.
told me to get on Twitter patrol.
Twitter patrol. I can do that. Supportive dance moves in the background. When you bake a cake, you bake it like that. You gotta bake it with some friends who don't judge you because you can't bake. Yeah. Or dance. Yeah. Break it down now. Oh, 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 oh. To the robot, I can't really do that.
Okay. All right, I think we're stirred. Okay. So,
That's like really stirred.
yeah.
It's all the same color.
Yes, it's all the same
That's
color.
how you know.
Yeah.
That's how you
Okay.
know.
So, you guys
I
are
feel you on that
so weird. So we're gonna add the eggs, buttermilk, vegetable oil, and vanilla to our dry ingredients and mix well. So I'm gonna pop this in here.
Not room temp yet. Do you want me to like microwave it?
Oh shoot.
I have to change Jim Bob's prop because it is the buttermilk.
Oh no! Okay,
Jim
Bob.
Bob.
Ruining things again.
Jim Bob.
Oh, Jim Bob. What a failure. Is he showing up over there?
Hi guys, I'm Jim Bob.
I'm Jim Bob and I'm a tiny little snail man.
Snail man.
So should I put this in
Just
the
put it
microwave?
on top of the this for a minute, and we'll just take a break. There we go.
Ooh.
Because it's on the stove.
Should we have like a table break?
Table break! Table break! Table break!
More photos. Look at Joanna. She's like,
Well, I
this
wasn't
is-
in the other one.
This is YouTubeception. YouTube inception. All right, so we're gonna take a table break, which means we're gonna switch cameras, go sit at the table, have a little discussion. So stay tuned. We're just gonna do a little. Summer's gonna do it.
Just so we sit at the table. And
Let's take the wine with us.
yeah, because we're almost out of wine.
do that. I actually have to.
Yeah, all right. Tell me when you're in the photo.
I'm in the photo. Push down, push down. There we go, right there. I think that's good.
Jim Bob! Oh no, his hat! Guys, I made Jim Bob a birthday hat.
Look at you.
Did we move the?
My cat is apparently in Stewie's chair.
Did we shift the microphone to be over here?
No, not yet. Okay.
Hi, Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Ooh.
Do we bring you in this?
Fine.
Yes, please.
Yay! All right.
Can you all still hear us? Because I really hope so.
Can someone give us a shout if you can hear us? Since we're switching screens. Give us a shout. Let it all out. Hey, hey.
Okay, so.
All right, bottle number 1 polished.
Geez, Louise, that goes fast.
Yeah, with 3 people.
All right.
Definitely leave it here
For the effect.
decorative.
Okay, Stewie, you have the list of.
I do. So yeah, now we're switching over to sort of a like we're waiting around for things to happen. We're waiting around for butter to melt.
Butter to melt.
Butter to room temperature because I just pulled out these ingredients about a half hour ago.
Whatever.
So the reason we're all together right now, besides the Geek Girl Penny Pals Club 3rd birthday, is this weekend we're all going to C2E2, which is Chicago's version of Comic-Con.
The Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo.
So we're all cosplaying and running around, you know, geeking out over whatever we're going to geek out over. So I kind of want to talk about con experiences. Like what experience have you guys had at a con that was one of those, like, I am going to explode. I can't believe I'm in the same room as this person. I can't believe I'm seeing this or buying this or experiencing this or whatever.
So I think I mentioned to you that I ended up like accidentally 10 feet from Matt Smith once, right? There's actually more to this. I was meandering around the floor at San Diego Comic-Con like 2 years ago, and I just by myself because I like to run the floors by myself because, you know, you can see what you want to see that way. I mean, it's cool to hang out with friends, but
I go a lot faster.
I go a lot faster, and it's so crowded, like it's a lot easier. Anyway, so I'm meandering around, and I'm wearing a Doctor Who shirt because I'm wearing a Doctor Who shirt.
Yeah, I was
now,
like,
just
normal.
Super nerd.
what are you gonna do? So I was standing there, and this guy in a Bart Simpson mask, and like nothing else, just a tall guy in a Bart Simpson mask, kept like standing beside me, and like not talking to me. So I was like, okay, hi. And he kind of waved, and like I walked away and went to this other thing. And I literally walked from that table like around the corner to this other booth. And the guy at the booth saw my shirt, and he was like, "Oh, you're into Doctor Who? You know Matt Smith's like right there."
Was
And
he
I-
Bart Simpson?
Yeah, he was
Bart
wearing.
Simpson
Yeah, I
mask.
remember that.
He was like,
He
right.
was totally
he was-
creeping on you.
It was
And he
hilarious.
knew.
He knew, and I had no idea. And I'm like, "What the heck is this guy doing?" And he was right. So yeah, I ended up like. I mean, it was cool.
That's really like the most fun you can have as a celebrity because like clearly people know who you are, but to put on a mask at Comic-Con and to go screw with the fans,
Yeah.
like, that's just great.
Well, that was the second time Joanna ran into some celebrity in a mask at Comic-Con.
This is true. Oh, am I telling this one too?
Yeah, you are.
Okay,
Telling the story.
thank you for telling us you can hear us. That's great. So the other thing is that Adam Savage always goes to San Diego Comic-Con, and he does this game where he wears a full costume where you can't see his face or anything about him, and you have to find him on the floor, and if you find him, you like get a prize. And basically the prize is just you found Adam Savage first. So I was, again, by myself. This time I was like everyday cosplaying as Fluttershy from My Little Pony, so like very pink and yellow. And I see this Mercury astronaut like walk right past me with 2 cameramen, and I stopped and I was like, a Mercury astronaut costume, like with cameramen? That's Adam Savage. And I turned around and I follow him and I tapped on his back and I was like, Adam? And he turned around and I was like, did I win? And he's like, no, you were second. You missed me by like 2 minutes. And I kind of threw a little temper tantrum that was caught on those cameras and went on his TV show.
It was
Everybody
amazing.
saw. So
The girl in the My Little Pony outfit was
Throwing
acting
a
like a little
tantrum.
kid.
yes.
We were all just like,
Oh,
is that Joanna?
yes, it was. Yes,
and
it was.
Oh.
That was before I knew Joanna.
That's
And now I'm
true.
like,
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
You forgot about life before you saw it.
Well, I mean,
know.
I feel like I've
It's-
known you guys for so long.
She's just a.
Guys, we're gonna be neighbors. I'm so excited.
It'll be beautiful. And then I'm gonna move to Chicago, and then you are all gonna move to Chicago, and it's gonna be really crowded, and then it's almost time to leave. So
Hashtag IggleCon.
Hashtag EagleCon.
seriously. Summer,
Hashtag EagleCon.
Summer, what sort of fabulous con moments have you experienced?
So I got to go to New York Comic Con this past October, and after I like had already booked my tickets and everything, that's when they announced that the X-Files was doing a screening there, and I like went, and it was me and a couple of other Eagles, and we met up and we waited in line for like 2 or 3 hours. And we kind of just like were holding seats while we all went to the bathroom, standing in this line. But we ended up getting amazing seats, and we got to see the first episode of the new X-Files before, like back in October, so before it aired in January. And like David Duchovny and Mitch Pileggi and Chris Carter were there giving like a Q&A afterwards, and I was just like, fangirl, because I've loved the X-Files since I was like 12. So that was like the inner 12-year-old in me freaking out and absolutely loving it.
Gillian
I wanna-
Anderson has just aged gracefully. She is gorgeous.
I want to lick her. I want to
Okay,
lick her on
wow.
the face.
Okay.
This is
So
very weird.
no spoilers. This is going to be spoiler free. But what is your gut reaction to the miniseries ending?
I just don't know. I was like so torn because there were parts of the miniseries that like when they got it right, and I'm just like, yes, this. And then I was like, what is this? Like, what? Why would you do that? Why would you make that choice?
Yes.
Yes, for making that choice, but why? So there were like episodes where I was like, the first half of the episode, I was just like, I don't know where this is going. I hate this. And then the second half of the episode, I'm like, oh, I love this. Like, why couldn't the first half of the episode be better?
Yeah.
So I was just kind of like, I was alternating between like loving it and hating it. So I'm just kind of got all these emotions.
I screamed. I think I texted you that I
You
just
did.
screamed at it. I was like,
You
you have
did.
to watch this. I'm screaming at my
But
television right now.
I work Monday nights, so I didn't get to watch it until like Wednesday night when I was home. And so Joanna's like, I need you to watch this now. And I'm like, I'm at work.
Summer was sad.
I had to like be off the internet for 2 days at a time. It
I
was
mean,
horrible.
I think Were Monster I think about it all the time.
They're
It's
Monster.
So funny, huh?
They're monster.
They're Monster? What?
Just
You said we're monster. They're
Oh,
monster.
They're
sorry.
monster. Come on, it's a Mel Brooks joke.
I'm sorry. I don't know. That episode just really like was so funny. Like laugh out loud funny.
That was my favorite episode.
Yeah, it's very weird.
That was my favorite episode.
I
Pizza
forgot
delivery!
it is
Pizza.
delivery.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay, our pizza man's here.
Here comes the pizza.
He's the hottest pizza man I know because I'm married to him, and I made him go
Thank
get
you.
the pizza, and I'm not gonna give him anything but a slice of pizza.
That's a fair tip.
So I accidentally walked into New York Comic Con with Stan Lee one year because I lost my press pass and I had to go to this special place to go get it. And that special place happened to
Hell.
be walking in with Stan Lee, which is pretty cool. But like I was just too scared to say anything because I'm sure a million people were like staring at him. And I didn't want to be like, hey Stan, I know you. Like everybody knows him.
I feel
who
like
you
that
are.
too. I feel like that too.
Like I don't want to be that
Just breaking
asshole
everything.
that's like, oh my gosh, I'm geeking out at Comic Con and
I will say though, if it's not Comic-Con, like if you just bump into somebody like at the airport, I think it's okay to like wave and acknowledge as long as you're not super obnoxious asking them for autographs and
The
photos.
desire to take my phone out and take a photo was so strong, but I started to feel a little weird. Like, am I really gonna take pictures of this guy as he's going into the con? Like, it just feels too paparazzi weird.
Mhm.
So I was just like, cool, we're walking in together. Like, I'm a normal person, he's a normal person, but it was pretty cool. It's like being inside the TV because you just see him on TV all the time.
The crazy thing to me about seeing celebrities though, and tell me if this is your experience too, it's so weird to me because they look just like they do on TV, and maybe you don't expect them to. It's weird. Like they're always either shorter or taller than I thought, but I'm always surprised at how quickly I recognize people, and then it doesn't seem like it's quite real because I'm like,
It was. I mean,
Totally.
I definitely. It looked just like him. I mean, clearly he's all over the place, but it was just. I don't know. It was definitely very spot on. I got to meet Simon Legno, who is the drawer of Tokidoki.
oh,
So I got to show him my tattoo and say like I got Tokidoki art, and I was
that's
really.
cool.
And he's Italian, so I think there was a little bit of a language difference. I was like just word vomit, like I love your things and words, like you're cool, man. And he was just like, oh.
Sure.
So that was really, really cool.
Thank you, strange American.
Yeah. And I got to meet Roman Dirge, who did the Lenore comics, which like that was a big part of my high school career. Like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac and Lenore, those comics were a really big part of my. So anyway.
So this is Stewie's first slice of Chicago deep dish pizza. For those of you who aren't familiar with Chicago deep dish pizza, it's ridiculous.
I think you need to get it close to the camera.
Okay.
It looks like it's all sauce and all deliciousness.
So
It's like a casserole.
Basically, you've got your layer of crust. It's baked in a pan. So you've got crust, and then you've got like sometimes toppings, sometimes cheese, then like the sauce is on top, but it's basically like, you know, here's my hand for comparison how deep this fucker is. I mean, family friendly. This not
This pizza is. Look
This
how deep the
pizza.
is.
I said pizza and not anything inappropriate. And then it's like, so we put vegetables on it, and it's basically like a soggy little mess. It's ridiculous. I'm not a huge fan, but here you go, Stewie.
Yay! All right, cool. This is gonna be awesome.
And Jobo and myself.
Thank you very much.
Pizza.
I'm lame and would like a fork.
Oh,
I know. I'm horrible. I'm
You're
sorry.
not supposed to do that, though, right?
Lame.
do it because it's impossible to eat without one, but I want to see Stewie try.
I mean, I'm gonna go full Chicago.
Do
Is that a thing?
We're gonna go for yes.
I mean, it's like a limpy mess. Like, I mean,
And this is why you use a fork, because then it's not.
This is freaking good.
Hold on, I need a picture of that.
it's melting.
Well, it is.
No one said I was attractive to watch three ladies who are drinking wine eat on live
It's
YouTube.
fine. It's fine. It's all fine.
If you're watching this after the fact, feel free to skip ahead like 2
You
minutes.
know, people pay for this kind of stuff. They pay good money to watch ladies eat messy food. $5. You guys can get this all the time.
3 girls, 1 pizza.
This live stream has taken a turn.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to Chicago.
This pizza is amazing.
Good, I'm glad.
We got the vegetable covered one, which I highly approve of.
It's just covered in vegetables.
Delicious. And I actually normally when I do my pizza, I do jalapenos. They're really spicy things, so the peppers are just delicious.
I like spicy too.
Mm.
I think we need more questions to answer. We
Mhm.
don't have any yet.
Sorry, I can go down the list here.
If
It's okay.
Stewie has the questions.
Well, you can also tweet us questions. If there's anything that you want to know at #IGGPPC live, or you can come to our Q&A that's on our live stream and ask us there. I'm posting pictures as I take them, so if you want to check us out at that hashtag, we are there. If for some reason you can't stick around for the whole live stream because we're going to be here a while, I mean, baking a cake takes time, and we're doing this whole thing from beginning to end. we should have at least part of this up on YouTube afterwards. We may even leave the whole thing up for just like a short period if you want to check back in with us.
If you want to watch me drool pizza out of my face, because I'm sure this is just.
Feel free to
only
post
drool
some.
pizza out of our
They
face.
all made blackmail photos of us for later. That's what this is.
All right. So the next
Feel free to
topic
post the link again.
I want to talk to you guys about is your favorite con cosplays that you've ever cosplayed yourself or that you've ever seen someone cosplay.
Do you want to take it since I just put pizza in my mouth?
Me?
Yeah.
My favorite cosplay I've ever seen. Oh, this is a hard question.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a cosplayer I saw. I went to a My Little Pony comic panel because I love the My Little Pony comics. But there was a cosplayer sitting in the back who was, because the people that do IDW that does the My Little Pony comics also does the Transformer comics. And the Transformer comics are actually pretty cool. So if you're into Transformers and you didn't love the Michael Bay stuff so much, check out the comics because they're actually pretty decent. Anyway, she did a Rainbow Dash Transformer crossover.
Wow.
So she was like in this Transformer, but it was Rainbow Dash thing, and it was just so cool. I also one time, and I'm sure that multiple people do this, but I once in multiple places in a con saw a Silent Bob cosplay that looked so much like Kevin Smith that I was like looking, and it was a different guy, but he had, and not only that, he was in character all day. I saw him probably 3 or 4 times, and he would just like find a random wall beside some trash can or by like the security station, and he just lean back against the wall and like do his foot up and just stand there in silence, and it was so funny.
That's
and
so
so
perfect.
good. And the last one that I want to say, I saw a guy, I can't remember. Why is my mind blanking? There was this ride a long time ago at Disney that was the Imagination ride with Figment the Dragon.
I
And
hate
there
that
was the
dragon
old-
so much. I hate that dragon.
Oh, I love Figment.
The worst.
I love Figment. Anyway,
I wanted to like
Somehow-
die on that ride.
Okay, but you didn't go on it in the 80s.
No, I went on it like in
She went
December.
on it in
I hated
December
it
for the first
so
time
much.
ever, and the Imagination ride is now terrible. But if you are like me and old, and remember the old Imagination ride with the professor with the top hat and the steampunk ride that used to exist with Figment the Dragon, somebody cosplayed as that professor, and he had a marionette, like he had a Figment with him. It was fantastic. So there, I've answered. Now I'm gonna eat pizza.
This was a couple years ago, I think at New York Comic Con, but I saw somebody do. Why am I blanking on her name? Jewel State.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name. But anyway, Space Cases is the show that was on Nickelodeon about these 5 kids. Some of them are aliens, and they all get together and they're kind of going to school on a spaceship in outer space. And Jewel State, before she was Kaylee in Firefly, this was one of her, inaugural acting. Somebody actually came as that rainbow-haired alien girl, which was really
Nice.
cool. Last year at C2E2, we saw a Rainbow Bright Sprite.
She was so cute.
As performed by a 2-year-old, 1.5-year-old,
Yeah, she was very young.
and she was just the cutest thing. I think she was twink,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But her mom was dressed as Rainbow Bright, so they were together.
so she was just stumbling around, loving the attention, soaking it up, just being an adorable.
Being a
bunch of
little
people.
toddler. She was so cute. Like she just learned to walk. Watch.
Yeah, that was very cute. I saw a few Five Nights at Freddy's cosplays. That was kind of cool, because that's like a really tough one to pull off.
Figment is not the best, Mariel.
Yes. Okay. Here we have a question. What advice would you give to someone who wants to start cosplaying? I would say the best advice is to don't be scared and don't overthink it and just do it.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people that spend obviously thousands of dollars to get like screen accurate versions of whatever. But that's not like, that's great if you have the time and the money to do that. But if you don't, like, it's all about celebrating something that you love and celebrating something that you're passionate about. And so, you know what, like, if you want to go buy a costume or if you want to put together something just based off of stuff that you have, I think that it's all about finding joy in it. You know, like this is stuff that brings joy. And so you can express that and share that with other people. That's what I love about it.
I think a good place to start is if you're not confident or comfortable enough doing it, to just start with something like Disney Bound or Everyday Cosplay to really start to begin to sort of dip your toes in and, you know, start to talk to people and be like, yeah, I put together this outfit specifically based on this character. Another thing I think that helped, when you do a cosplay, I think sometimes the focus can be on how accurate is this costume to the character. So what I like to do, and I'm sure a lot of other people like to do this too, is do like sort of a mashup, mix-up. So, you know, this weekend we're doing steampunk variations and Renaissance variations. If you create your own theme for a character that's well known enough, you can create a costume that nobody will be able to Google a picture of because you kind of invented it yourself, that people will still recognize based on, you know, the character and the color placement. But, you know, it's the kind of thing that you don't have to worry, oh, this fabric isn't right, or this color isn't quite right, or I don't have a giant gun that could destroy the world that's 10 feet tall. And
It's on my Christmas list.
Oh, right. Good to know.
And the third thing I would say is start out with a character that you think you yourself look like, and you'd be surprised how far you can get really feeling like I did Lydia from for Halloween, and it was
Me too, because we are the same person.
We are the same person. But it gets easy when people tell you that you look like somebody to be that person because you kind of already look like them. So you don't have to do too much. It's kind of easy to feel like I am this person. I look like them anyway. So it works out. So those would be my 3 main tips for anyone that wants to get started.
I would say, like, find something that makes you comfortable, like both, you know, find clothes that are going to be comfortable. If it's your first cosplay and you're going to a convention, don't like cosplay a character who's got 5-inch heels if you're not used to walking around all day in 5-inch heels, because trust me, you're going to be like super uncomfortable after like 2 minutes. So like find something, find a character who you're going to feel comfortable being in their clothes. Like you're going to be comfortable if people come up and address you as that character. So finding, you know, if it's maybe you want to start small and do something more like Tina Belcher, who's in more normal street clothes, but, you know, so people on the street, because I always feel really uncomfortable, especially walking around town since I live in Chicago and like having to get to conventions or places dressed in a very out of this world costume is still something I'm not super comfortable with. So I tend to like make cosplays that I can either, you know, very easily adapt to be something more normal, or finding characters who, you know, if I'm not super comfortable about a part of my body, they're not revealing it a lot, just as like a comfort level, because I know I'm gonna be the one walking around in it all day. So that's kind of my advice. As my husband is clinking around the kitchen. I didn't get to answer the first question about my favorite cosplays that I saw, and
Sorry.
that's okay.
It's my fault. I gotta
Joanna just cut me off because he had a question. So I saw, so one year I was dressed as San from Princess Mononoke, and I was at C2E2, and there was a little girl who was probably like maybe 8 or 9 years old, and she was also dressed as San from Princess Mononoke, and we kind of like freaked out when we saw each other because like she was so cute. So like I loved seeing her in the cosplay, and we took a picture together because she's like the cutest, and it was just like we were both so happy to see someone else love this character so much.
She had a little friend with her too, didn't she?
Her brother was dressed as the boy from Princess Mononoke, and my husband was dressed as them, so they were kind of like boys. They're like, well, yeah, you guys look cool. Whatever. Yeah, we'll take this photo. Like, oh, they're so cute. I saw a really amazing Empress. Wait, what's her name? Furiosa from Mad Max Fury Road at New York Comic Con this past year, and like she was amazing, and I was just like, you are, bow down, you're wonderful. So those are my 2 that came to my head first off.
I do like seeing good cosplayers when you feel like you're actually kind of experiencing the character. So I like that. Okay, we have another question.
Then we can get back to our thing because I see the butter melting.
Oh, good. So we need to
Wrap
go
it
back
up
to
here.
baking. I'm almost done. I have some crust left.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll read it if you'd like. You can
Here, read.
there. All right. So Your dream birthday party. What theme, games, cake, age, gift bags, special guests? This is from @IndianaSoccer on Twitter. I don't know. I think as a nerd, like, I think throwing a theme party is just sort of like part of the fun of it. Like, I love throwing theme parties, and a lot of my nerdy friends love it. This year for New Year's, we had a sci-fi party, and I guess maybe a lot of people don't dress up for New Year's parties, but my friends do. So we did a science fiction themed New Year's party. I went as Kaylee from Firefly. My husband went as Jane. I mean, I think for me, as far as parties go, I like a lot of them and a lot of variety and a lot of challenge. So I wouldn't say I have like a favorite type of party, but I would love to have the opportunity to have a lot of different challenges, you know, like fairy tale theme or circus theme or, I don't know, horror movie theme. So just, you know, any sort of different, you know, variety, come up with a last minute costume kind of a thing. I like the creativity in that. So,
I like to write my own murder mystery games for my friends because I'm nerdy. I really like having, kind of like that, like having my friends dress up, and I don't know, one theme. So I did a Battlestar Galactica one a couple years ago.
I wasn't invited.
I didn't know you.
It's okay.
See, it feels like we've known each other forever.
And then I had a
This is
Harry
the
Potter
beginning.
one last year, and Joanna did come to that one because she lives here. And then I think, I don't know, what's the one that I want to do next? I think, like, I don't know. There's too many. Like, all sorts of themes are great.
I mean, I said horror. Like, what do you guys think about horror? Would you guys want to do a horror party?
I would
No.
come to a horror party, but I would not host one. I would host a Disney princess birthday party.
Oh my gosh.
And
Oh
I would,
my
but I would
gosh.
hire my friends who do the Disney princess cosplays to come and be the characters, and I would make them be in character the whole time. I mean, I would give them cake, but like, I want to be the 5-year-old with the unicorn, pink and fluffy.
You don't want to be
princess.
the Disney princess?
Well, I mean, of course, I would dress like a Disney princess too.
Which Disney princess?
Belle.
Yeah, I look like Belle. I would probably dress like Belle. It's okay. I like being Belle. Belle is pretty awesome.
And Summer would be Snow White.
Although I do make a pretty good Anna. For
Yeah,
Frozen.
you do.
I do pretty well with Anna. So
Although Belle's my favorite.
yeah.
I don't know. I really, and this is one of the things I was hoping we would talk about. Favorite Disney princess.
Oh, here's
Well-
a comment. I know this question wasn't for me, but I once went to an amazing dirty Disney themed Halloween party.
Yes!
Dirty Disney.
Dirty Disney. I would totally
I
go
think
to
I
that.
would have a period musical murder mystery dinner party, and that is
Am I
what
hearing
my
Hamilton
dream.
mystery?
No, not Hamilton. More like it would be like there would be musical theater numbers involved. I don't know. You guys watch Ripper Street at all? Like I really
Yes.
love that. So like
I was
that's
actually
sort
going to
of like
suggest like Les Mis murder mystery.
yeah. Like I want that good old like Edwardian Victorian London style dress, and we'd have it in like some big manor house in the country. So like Downton Abbey, but like we'd all have musical numbers in the parlor, and
That would be so.
I don't know
cool.
why I'm talking like this.
Could we play a live version of Betrayal at House on the Hill? in,
Yes,
like,
we
I
would.
think we should do that.
That
We
be
would,
so
and every time you walk into a room, you're like, oh, why did I get the bite again? Something bit me.
Maybe I shouldn't have just worn tights.
Maybe I should do a roll to see for my sanity if this affects me. If
Yeah.
you've never played Betrayal at House on the Hill, it's amazing. And we'll probably end up playing it later this weekend.
Probably. Maybe we'll live.
Oh, stop it.
What? Oh.
It's being choppy. I hope it's
Wow.
not being choppy for you.
So I did, if it's choppy, I mean, we're gonna at least have highlights up later, if not the whole live.
All right, let's get back to baking.
Baking, switch
Alright,
cameras.
Okay.
I think we also maybe are close to opening. I'm just
Yeah.
a bottle of wine.
We're gonna do it real theatrical like though, because we like to do that.
Opening the wine, the wine, the wine. We're opening the wine for everyone to drink. Yes.
right. The Disney references won't stop, by the way.
They won't.
Can't
Okay.
stop, won't stop.
So Stewie, will you hit that unmute button?
I'll hit it if I can figure out how.
You press the button that's red and says mute.
That one.
Hey.
Figure out how to get dressed here. Difficult. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you're just joining us, this is our day dash for the Geek Girl Pen Pals Club, which involves us live baking a cake, having some discussion around the table, and of course,
alcohol.
Yes.
and
Copious
of
amounts of
course,
wine.
this is going to be our second bottle. Drink responsibly, Eagles, and only drink if you are of age.
And don't drink and drive.
And don't drink and drive.
We took the train here.
Yes, we did.
And please, if you are opening a bottle of red wine, share some with us. Let us
Yeah.
know. You know,
Or whatever.
we want to get in on this action. So,
And if you want to tweet along, use the hashtag IGGPPC Live.
use that. Look at these greased pans.
Grease and sun.
Someone with a
Joanna, open this.
Stop that.
All right, we're gonna mix in some. While she's doing that, we're gonna mix in our wet ingredients. Okay, so first eggs. It's right here.
Oh.
All right. Stewie, put that butter in here.
Okay, put that butter back.
It's super melty.
Put that
I
butter
left
back
it
where
for
it
too
came
long.
from, or so help me. Woo! That's
Vegetable
your
oil.
God, we're the worst. Okay,
We are. That's why we love us.
we do love us, and we love you too.
I am gonna need more pizza.
I was just closing it so I didn't knock it off the
No, I know. All right, vegetable oil. We need a cup of vegetable oil, a cup of buttermilk. Put that in the trash can.
I was showing the people the mess.
A cup of vegetable oil. Oh shoot, we need a cup of boiling water. Okay, so can
I
you
can
go
do
around
that.
to the other side? And there's my hot water heater.
Yeah.
No, I have to throw away tea.
I'm
sorry.
Do you want me to do anything?
No, I'm gonna put it in that thing.
Do you want moral support?
Yeah,
Do you
I
want
do.
to explain how pretty you are?
Yeah, I do.
You are so pretty. You make all the other girls think of how pretty you are. And all the boys too. And everyone's thinking it.
Okay,
Even the cats.
gross. Empty that out, wash it out, and then fill it with water, but not a whole lot.
Can I just tip it upside down? Or is it gonna...
Yeah, no, just tip it upside down.
I don't know how these things work.
It's a so rinse it out,
Rinse it out.
and then put a couple cups of water.
Okay.
And then put this liquid caffeine in my fridge so I can drink it later.
Okay. Do I want to really rinse it out so it doesn't taste like tea?
I don't know. I don't mind if our thing tastes like tea.
I think that we need it to not taste like tea. Even though the recipe that we posted earlier is an Earl Grey tea cake, but this is not. I'm thinking the caramel and the tea might not be.
It's fine.
It looks fine. It looks fine.
Smell it. It's fine.
It's
It probably
here.
tastes good.
It's fine. Go put it on the thing and hit the hot water button.
Put it on the thing. What's
No,
the
no,
thing?
no.
I don't
Go behind
There's
the
a
computer.
hot plate around the corner.
Joanna, hold the TV down. Put it on here. No, you don't have to move it down. No, you're the
I'm
worst.
holding
Get out of here with your puns.
I did it. I did it.
Oh
So-
shoot! I have to unplug one of these.
This is important. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels.
Get out of my house.
No, you gave me control of the screen. You gave me control of the screen. How do you fit an elephant in a refrigerator?
How?
You open the door, you put the elephant in, and you close the door. How do you fit a giraffe in a refrigerator?
Well,
You open the door, you take out the elephant, you put the giraffe in, and you close the door.
If you like any of these tweets,
Jokes. They're jokes.
if you like any of these jokes, feel free to tweet at Joanna Bolofka and say, "I love your tweets."
Thank you. So if the King of the Jungle has a meeting and invites all the animals to come, which one doesn't show up?
We didn't put our umbrellas in our cups, do we? I don't know which one's
Yes, the giraffe is still stuck in the fridge. You got it right.
I mean, yes, the bathroom. Okay, wait, I've got one for you.
Okay.
Stewie, is this my line or is that your line? This is mine. Okay, this one's me.
All right,
Are you sure this is my
Joanna.
right here?
Yes.
This is mine. This is mine.
Yes.
Go, Joanna. What's round and sticky?
Brown and sticky.
I don't know. A stick.
A stick.
That joke could have been real gross.
Yes, it could have been.
But it wasn't.
Why couldn't the bicycle stand up?
Why?
It was too tired. Summer hates bad jokes.
That's good.
True story. True story.
Alright, so now what do we do?
Yes, it's open. We need to re-pour. Are we ready to re-pour?
Report. Okay, wait, we gotta mix these ingredients. Wait, what happened to the vanilla? Who put the vanilla in?
Nobody put the vanilla in yet.
Okay,
Let me
vegetable
check
oil
the
butter.
glass.
It's over there.
I'm on it.
I gotta put the vanilla in.
What can I do?
Nothing.
Drink more
Drink
wine.
more wine.
Cheers. We have to cheers to the bottle.
Alright, come on.
Wait, I gotta put the thing in.
No!
I gotta put the thing
Wine
in.
first. Wine first. Wine first. It's important.
Alright, what are we cheersing to now?
So, this goes out to the production company behind all these little umbrellas because this is an industry that is underappreciated, and I think I want to just make sure that this guy knows that
We love you.
We appreciate you.
We love
Yes.
your umbrella there.
Cheers.
And ladies.
Way better with the umbrella.
Oh, I like the other wine better.
Really? I like this.
I like it, but I like the other
delicious.
wine better.
I mean, people want yours.
No, I'll drink it.
We'll take one for
Okay, we're stirring.
stirring.
Wait, I want to do it.
Okay, do you know how to do it?
No, can I try?
Okay, so come around here. So put your hand back here.
Questionable.
Put your hand. You feel that? No, you feel that? Move it to the left.
Is that too much to lift?
Oh shoot, I gotta wait for the hot water to boil because I had to unplug it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Do you want me to just pet this?
Pet it. So this is Hernando, the mixer. He's been in the family for a long time. We adopted him from a cake mixing orphanage. He was sort of, on the way out. But My mother-in-law
Joanna
gave that to
decided-
me.
Joanna decided we need to bring him into.
All right, slowly move it to the left.
Is it somewhere good?
Slowly.
I'm moving
No.
it to the left.
No, Joanna, stop! Slowly move the thing to the left. Keep going. Slowly. Hold it there. Okay, go a little bit more to the left.
It looks like a robot arm.
One more now to the left.
This reminds me of an Edward Scissorhands when that dude was making cakes. You remember? One more to the left. Don't put your hands near it. You'll get hurt. Wow.
How does it look?
Very easy.
Okay, slowly add in that water. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Turn it down one.
Am I doing it?
Yeah. You can go.
Smells so good.
I can't smell it. My nose is all stuffed up.
Well, you're missing out because it smells
Smells
amazing.
like chocolate and like.
Okay. Slowly turn it down. To the right. To the right. To the right. To the right, to the right.
Okay, our cake batter's done.
Turn the
It's
batter down.
super watery, but I hope it's okay.
Get a cake to the right.
We can add a little flour if we need to.
We'll put it in. Did we follow the recipe? Yes.
Then it should be fine.
Maybe it's watery because the water was warm? No, it's supposed to be warm. Okay.
Someone else is tweeting while I'm tweeting.
How dare they?
How dare they?
Who is it?
Probably
them.
you. I'm gonna go with you.
Is it a? It's Anna PM. It's a generic tweet.
Oh, okay.
I posted a few stuff. So we think that'll
Stewie.
don't break the magic. Actually, I think I said tune in now. Look at that. We're baking
Yes.
live.
Yes,
You got a problem with that?
I'm gonna pour the batter in the thingies.
No.
It's a picture of a cat. What's wrong with that? It's beautiful.
You're a poet and don't know it.
I'm a cat. I don't know where it's at.
Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty.
These look good.
Hey, here's your big YouTube debut. This is Toothless. It's not really Toothless, but he looks like Toothless. Oh, and now he looks sad that I made him go on camera.
All right, I'm gonna show.
Okay, don't shake it too much because I don't want it to go.
All right, so this is what we're working with now. We've got our 3 pans, and we've got the batter happening inside of them. It's happening. There's a little party in there. It's great. It smells amazing.
Okay, so we're gonna put those in the oven for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And I think I forgot to move the shelves.
Oh.
So get the mitts.
We
Don't
don't have
touch
mitts.
the shelves.
Yeah, it's very
Use
hot in there.
towels. Use towels.
Hold on, wait. Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. That tends to burn myself.
Okay, I'm gonna put them in the oven so you don't burn yourself.
Okay, so I was just.
You go stand over by Joanna and put the lid on the vanilla and drink some water.
Okay. Okay. So if you're walking through the jungle and you come to a crocodile-infested river, how do you get across?
You should call your friend who likes to seduce crocodiles.
It actually doesn't matter. You can just swim because the crocodiles are all at that meeting.
What meeting? Oh, the one that's the king of the jungle. Okay.
Yes.
I see. I see. So who is the king of the jungle?
The lion. Oh. Except lions don't live in the jungle, so I don't actually like that answer. Tarzan. We're gonna go with Tarzan.
I would believe it. I mean, I don't seem really like.
Have you heard the Disney theory that Tarzan might be Anna and Elsa's lost brother?
I have
Yes.
heard that.
I have heard that.
It was debunked though because of the time period.
The time period is off, but have you heard the other theory where Anna and Elsa might not actually be sisters and that Elsa might actually be Rapunzel's sister?
I have not heard that theory, but it is a little freaky that Elsa has some freaky magic going on and no one else in her family does.
Exactly, and she's blonde and the rest are not, but Rapunzel is also blonde. So if you had
And they're
one,
in the same time period.
right, and their magical powers are actually kind of similar. They can both create life and they can both heal
Mhm.
and stuff like that. So, and Rapunzel never gets super angry or upset and does anything that way with her magic, so we don't know how it would show.
You guys want to
So,
know
yes. So if you had one princess kidnapped and you wanted to save your other princess daughter, wouldn't you likely send her off to your like friends across the ocean that can take care of her? Because I mean, the other thing is like when they take Anna to the trolls and the trolls ask if Elsa was born with her powers or cursed, the king hesitates, like he has to think about it, and finally says that she was born with it. Stop eating the pizza. The cat is stealing forks and eating pizza. The answer is no.
Do you guys have any theories about Disney princesses or
Disney theories? Are you guys into Disney theories? Do you know the Pixar theory?
the
Right.
Pixar one? I think is the most believable. There's a lot there. It really has a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. So if you are just joining us because we just reposted the link, we are midway through baking a cake for our third birthday party.
And more than midway through 2 bottles of wine.
Yes, you can tweet along with us at #IGGPPC live, and you can come to our Q&A on our live stream and ask us questions there as well, and we will answer them.
And if you have any questions for us or you want to talk about Disney princesses, that's fine
So
too.
now we pretty much have to wait 30 minutes for our cake to bake.
Are we going back to our table?
Did anyone else lose video? Oh no. I hope not.
We're still live.
live. Reload the page. I think it's because I'm trying to maybe stream from too many sources.
I don't know. Well, maybe if we try to bump it over to this other video, it'll fix itself.
I was like, or I can stop streaming from there and only stream from here.
Who lost? Who lost?
All right, we're gonna review this technical revision.
All right, we're going back to the table.
Join us around our table as we hang out. If you have any questions or just want to talk to us, have anything you want to talk about, whatever, #IGGPPC live, or you can tweet at us, whatever. It's cool.
I just ate all this. That was such a bad idea.
Baking cakes, very important part of a birthday.
Bacon cakes, bacon cakes. Okay,
Baking
Stewie, can you
cakes,
hit the unmute button over there and make it look pretty?
Maybe you want to lift it up.
Oh,
You lift me up where I belong.
all right. Is this good?
Did
Did you do it? Did you do the thing?
Yep.
Ah, that deep dish pizza.
Nope. Down.
That's our kitty friend,
This is Gawain.
Wayne. So yeah, if you have any questions for us, we're gonna be talking a little bit about some more awesome things. We were talking about C2E2 and Comic Cons in general because the whole reason that we're here is because we're all together for C2E2 for Comic Con.
I'm totally eating another piece of pizza.
I think you should.
The cat stole my spot.
I'll probably have
Come here,
another cat in a bit. But yeah, so we're gonna keep it fresh, keep the discussion coming. I mean, we already kind of talked a little bit about our favorite Disney princess. Like, who would we be if we were a Disney princess?
Well, no, I mean, like Snow White because I look most Snow White, but I'm totally a Belle.
Belle's your favorite
Mm-hmm.
because of her personality.
Yeah, because she's like all books and like smash the patriarchy.
So it depends on the day for me. I really love Tiana because Tiana's Southern and I am Southern and she likes to cook and I love to cook. And beignets. Beignets are so good. I found a place near me that delivers beignets and oh my gosh, they deliver beignets. It's amazing.
I've never had one yet.
What?
Did we have them at Disneyland?
We had them at Disney.
Okay, then
We had
one.
Mickey shaped beignets at Disneyland. I feel like I took care of you. I made sure.
I was taking full care.
So yeah, but some days, I mean, as a teenager, I really did more to exactly.
You have a crush on a guy who's a different race or a different species entirely.
A different species entirely.
He's not legs and don't.
I know. So like it depends. I have a good love for Belle as well. But yeah, so it depends on my mood.
I think when I was a kid, it was kind of just like Jasmine and Ariel. The more that I rewatch Disney movies, the more that I appreciate not the most popular ones, kind of the underdogs, like Meg from Hercules,
That's pretty
who is kind of an anti-hero in that she sold her soul to the devil. And she's really kind of the villain in the beginning, so I like that. I like Elsa for the same reason, because Elsa starts off as kind of the villain. Mulan and Pocahontas.
I love Mulan.
I love Mulan because she loves her family so much that she wants to just, defend her father and her family's honor and take up a sword and go to war and defy, like, everything that was right at that time. And Pocahontas, again, she loves her family and her heritage, but again, falling for John Smith. I don't know. I like those Disney princesses a lot, but Tinkerbell actually has a pretty good thing going these days. She's got the Disney Fairies line. I don't know if you guys are watching any of the Tinkerbell movies, but they're pretty good.
They are good. Do you know that there are books too?
Really?
The author Gail Carson Levine writes them, and she's a very well known. It's the younger end of young adult, so it's not like it's not really. They're a little older than chapter books, so they're like the young readers, independent readers. I guess is the age range. But they have beautiful watercolor illustrations. The books themselves are so pretty.
Yeah.
But she's a good writer. She's a good writer.
I just love that there are so many different kinds of fairies, and they all have different abilities. So I like the Disney fairy thing that they've going on.
Fawn's my favorite.
Which one's Fawn? Is she the redhead?
She's the one with brown hair. That's the animal.
The animal
fairy,
one, yeah.
Of course, yes.
I know nothing about any of these, so I'm just gonna eat this pizza.
I
I'm
like
such a nerd.
I like Periwinkle a lot. That's Tinkerbell's
Periwinkle's cool.
sister.
The Frost Fairy.
The Frost Fairy, which is cool because that whole movie, there's this real kind of a we can't be in each other's world. If you come to my world, your wings will freeze and you'll die, and if I come, that sort of thing. So they really can't be in each other's worlds. So that's pretty cool. I do like Periwinkle a lot, though.
Periwinkle's neat. I met Periwinkle at Disney.
I did too. Yay. I was pretty excited. What about favorite Disney movies? Not necessarily princesses, but just favorite Disney movies.
Well, what genre? Are we saying like Disney movies across the board? Or are we talking like animated? Are we talking classic? Are we talking Pixar?
Anything you want to talk about.
Mm.
Maybe one in each category.
I think that there are a couple of Disney movies that are grossly underrated, but that they came out at times when they were bound to not do well. So like, if you want a good creep-tastic movie to watch, The Black Cauldron is like, it's kind of a mess. Yes, it's kind of a mess. Like it suffered from a lot of budget cuts and a lot of like internal issues. There were a lot of internal issues when making the movie. And it's based on source material that is a lot bigger and heavier. Like the books themselves are short. The Chronicles of Prydain are short.
But they're really good.
But they're really good and they're really dense too, and like in terms of content. And then they tried to like mash it all into one movie, even though there are 5 books, and they most heavily borrowed from book number 2. But that being said, if you want some really good, like you want something to watch late at night with the lights out kind of thing, it's like the scariest Disney cartoon ever.
I have the poster from Mondo that they released a couple years ago. And when my friend's little kid was like, when he came over when he was like 2, he would get freaked out by the poster that is on my wall of it.
It is kind of
I've never seen it, so
we should watch it.
I'm officially going to add it to my list of movies that, Disney movies that I haven't seen that I really need to see. Because I feel like I've seen, most of them, and I've at least heard enough about the other ones that I understand what they're about, but I really have no idea what The Black Cauldron is about at all. So that and Pete's Dragon, I never saw that. They're doing a new remake of that.
If you want to see me cry, put on Pete's Dragon.
Yeah.
Maybe I was kind of a late bloomer because I didn't grow up in the United States, so I didn't really get the normal movie experience until I was like 9 or 10. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I never saw Pete's Dragon, never saw The Black Cauldron.
One of my favorite movies, so I'm, again, a musical theater nerd. Shocker. So like the soundtracks that I had growing up that I loved to like listen to and dance around to, that like hit me at the right age were Hunchback of Notre Dame and Pocahontas. So like those were the 2 that like I can sing them beginning to end.
So what about Hellfire from the Hunchback?
Hellfire.
Yes, that song.
That music, that movie, I rewatched it recently as an adult and I was like, whoa. It already like kidifies a book, and the book is like way darker than the movie.
Yeah. So can you explain to me how this differs from the movie? But basically Esmeralda and Quasimodo become besties, and then she's like, "You're not cute enough. I'm gonna go off with the blonde guy." Like, what happens in the book? Like, first of all, that's screwed up because Quasimodo was
everyone ends up dead. Everyone dies, everyone kind of tricks each other into like sleeping with each other, and
what?
It's weird. It's really weird, and like there's a lot of weird.
And that preacher guy,
he's even eviler.
That is kinky. I need to watch.
Just read
that.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I guess there are a lot of Disney movies that are sort of things that didn't go quite the way that Disney portrayed them, such as Pocahontas or The Little Mermaid. And
Spoiler, Ariel dies.
Ariel dies in the end of The Little Mermaid. What was her name?
I don't think they ever say. She's just called The Little Mermaid.
She's just the Little Mermaid.
But she dies and she turns into sea foam. Poof, gone.
She dies and she turns into sea foam, which, no. That's what happens to mermaids when they die because they don't have a soul, but she was granted a soul.
She was after she'd been, but moral thing, she turns into this blackmail thing to make kids behave. So every time that you listen to your parents and you're good, they take a year off of the curse so that she can eventually go to heaven or so. It's messed up. It's messed up.
Christian theology, very good. Mm-hmm. Kind of a bummer, but at the end of the story, she gets a soul, right? She goes to heaven, so I guess that's, she doesn't get her man.
We had an included question in here. Are we including?
We have 2.
Yeah, well, it's a follow-up.
Yeah.
So are we including Star Wars as Disney? And I said yes for The Force Awakens, but I would say no to anything prior to that. So anything after Disney acquired it, I would include in Disney. So like Star Wars Rebels, the cartoon, absolutely. And I love Star Wars Rebels. And they've kept Star Wars: The Clone Wars TV show as canon as well. even though it wasn't produced by Disney. So that I would not consider Disney, but Star Wars Rebels, yes. Awakens, yes. The new, anything new that comes out. So then, but that's just me. I don't know.
But I mean, if you guys have questions, like ask away. You know.
I agree. So the origin stories and all, I think that goes next. And
So there was a follow-up question for you guys. I'm going to read your thoughts on how Disney is adding so many extra movies. Example, the story here.
I'm like both yay and nay to extended universes. I mean, there's so few of them, but they seem to be getting bigger and bigger because we keep adding more and more. So like Star Trek and Star Wars are kind of like the original big space genre stories that you've got all these spin-offs and books and radio dramas and prequels and sequels and everything in between. And I think it's really cool. And I think that like a lot of fans enjoy it. I mean, I'm not like super hardcore. Like I haven't seen everything Star Wars ever. So I'm kind of like pick and choose, I guess, about it. But
well, I mean, you get a really high budget fan fiction, you know, whatever it is. And it's cool to see your fandom like expanding. But we all know that when we watched the new Force Awakens movie that it was basically a rip off the original trilogy.
But I liked it
theories
for
behind
it.
that. Like
Yeah.
I think that there was, and this is a big like, I've had a lot of mixed feelings about it, and I've seen different arguments about it. But I think that we probably needed something. It's not so much a ripoff as it is sort of resetting for everybody that was so hurt by the prequels. Because I think that a lot of old Star Wars fans, myself included, felt betrayed. A lot of I didn't feel betrayed, but it felt like the thing that we had loved had been pulled out from underneath us. So this was like resetting and saying, here's the thing that you love. I think too that from a storytelling standpoint, if they set it up to be parallel to A New Hope and then take it in a whole other direction, that then it would parallel the story. Because Star Wars is all about parallels, right? Like it's all about the cycle. It's meant to be
Certainly.
Yeah.
and it's meant to be saga more than it's meant to be.
You live, you die, you become a Force ghost. It happens.
Right.
It's a space opera.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool, and I like that as a way of introducing, you know, a new set of fans to the saga. But at the same time, like I'm sort of thinking in the back of my mind, well, I did not think that George Lucas was on board for this new one. He hated it. He said, you know, he didn't like it. So
well, but a lot of people didn't like what he did with the prequel.
that's what I mean. Like he sort of crashed and burned this beautiful ship he had, and I guess, you know.
It's like, George, we know what you wanted to do.
Go back
but
to
you
the
didn't
corner,
want it. Yeah.
George. Just sit down and have a beer.
I mean, he made some good money off of it. So
I to this day, like I love Rey so much. Rey is so great. You know, if there's any character that I loved in the new movie besides being adorable, the new R2, I loved Rey. She was such a strong female character. She, Finn kept trying to hold my hand, and it was just really, it was funny and strong and great.
I think Mary Sue, but if you complain about her being a Mary Sue, Luke was too. Like this is just how the structure is. Like,
yeah, I mean,
Luke just sort of fell into everything as a big kid too, you know. So
certainly,
yeah. I love Rey.
I really like her too. She's great. And a lot of those actors were new. It was their first roles, which I think is really great. You know, introducing these kind of up and coming actors and very, very.
The original Star Wars did too, though. Like a lot of them were not. Sir Alec Guinness was well known, but pretty much everybody else was either young or hadn't really broken out yet.
And Carrie Fisher is still wonderful. She has so much going for her. She's just great. Like every time I see an interview with her or we're talking about anything, yeah, she's so awesome.
Mm-hmm. I like that she is real.
She's so real, and she's not going to take anyone's crap.
No.
For whatever they're going to say about her or whatever they think she should be.
Can I segue over here?
Yes.
Have you seen that they're doing an Indiana Jones 5?
Yes.
No. Harrison Ford signed on for Indiana Jones. And now he's Indy. He's going to be Indy.
Because I heard someone say Chris Pratt was going to be Indiana Jones.
No, that was a rumor.
That was like a fandom.
It was a fandom rumor.
Fangirl.
They announced like 2 days ago that they're doing. It's coming out in 2026.
2019.
Oh, God.
It's in like 3 years. It's coming out in like 3.
Do we need to be doing cake things?
He's only 73. I mean, he'll be 76 in 3
He's
years.
still wonderful. Like,
Well, and I think that he did so well falling back, and this is why it connects. He fell back into Han Solo so well. That okay, yes, he literally fell and hurt himself, but I meant like metaphorically speaking. Metaphorically.
thanks a lot for bringing that up.
Drink more wine. Where's the wine?
Oh, that's TFT.
Oh, where's the wine?
Oh, get it.
We need more wine.
You said it. I didn't part, but
It's okay. We'll be okay. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
So, yeah, favorite Disney movies? Any more? Yeah.
Favorite Disney movies?
No.
If we
We have about 10 minutes left on the cakes
as
Okay.
it bakes.
until we check them. Yeah.
So if you are just joining us, although you probably have been hanging out with us for a while, you can send us questions either via our live stream Q&A that's on the site. You can go to youtube.com/geekgirlpenpals and see us there. And you can tweet along with us at #IGGPPCLive, where we are answering your questions and, drinking. You didn't pour me any.
I'm really
Drinking
sorry. I'm a
wine.
bad friend.
You are a bad friend. You did not pour me any wine.
All right,
I want my phone.
the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is we've talked about princesses, we've talked about characters, we've talked about this is my friends. We've talked about movies. I want to hear your thoughts on your favorite Disney songs.
My favorite Disney songs.
Ones that you would karaoke at a bar, and ones that you just love.
So I think the obvious answer is I'm a man. That's ever.
Two.
To Hunchback and Pocahontas. This is where our very small age gap is, because for me it was Lion King and Aladdin, and those were the two
Those
that
were mine
I had
too.
those on cassette. So Prince Ali, that one, and Just Can't Wait to Be King. Like both of the kind of I want like hero songs from the beginning. I dug those as a kid.
I listened to a lot of The Lion King. I actually had one of those like color books, like a really colorful sort of like a comic book, and it came with a cassette tape. And you put it in a cassette tape and you read the book as you listen to the song.
And it would say ding when it was time to turn the page.
I mean, maybe it did. I don't know.
Mine did. Mine was
Sorry, I
like
don't remember.
ding. I had the Jungle Book one and the 101 Dalmatians one, but mine was on record. I'm old. I'm so old. I had records of Disney.
I loved, and I loved 101 Dalmatians too. That was a great one. Although, I mean, that's a lot of dogs.
I also.
How do you really handle that many dogs?
This is how old I am. I had a Jazzercise LP that was a Disney one, so instead of Jazzercise, it was Mousercise,
Oh.
and it was Mickey Mouse doing Jazzercise.
I like it.
#80s kid.
I had one of those Mickey Mouses that like it rolled its eyes and like you put the cassette in and it told you stories.
Like Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, exactly like Teddy Ruxpin, but it was a Mickey Mouse.
I like that.
That's what I remember from my childhood.
So if you guys want to tell us what your favorite Disney songs are, your favorite Disney princesses, your favorite Disney moments, whatever that may be, please tweet us, #IGPCLive. I definitely loved Aladdin and Lion King when I was younger. Songs to belt out around the house is Go the Distance from the Hercules soundtrack.
Oh, that one's good.
Which is actually
Yeah, me
not
too.
a great, pretty much only has like 3 lines if you listen to it.
But it's fun to sing.
It's so, and then it's kind of in my range because I sing a little bit lower, so I like
Altos for
that.
life.
Right? But the whole Hercules soundtrack though, like Meg's song, I Won't Say I'm in Love, and the intro song that the Muses sang. I mean, the Hercules soundtrack is really underrated. I also really love, and this isn't necessarily to sing or whatever, but the one and only song from Lilo and Stitch that's an original is the Hawaiian roller coaster ride. I really love to put that song on. That's one of my favorite songs. The rest of the Lilo and Stitch soundtrack is just Elvis music, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I do love Hawaiian roller coaster.
I love Lilo and Stitch.
I do
I love
too.
Lilo and Stitch so much.
We might start crying the more that we drink wine because
And the more we talk about Lilo and Stitch.
As long as we don't talk about Up, we're good.
So I need to go get my Stitch.
yes. So Lilo and Stitch is one of those really strange movies because it covers, you know, children that, I mean, I think a lot of Disney princesses, like, their parents have died, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Lilo and Stitch, like, we don't really know the story.
It's not really a princess movie. It's just kind of a good, like,
It's a fairy tale kind of a thing, but, like, with Lilo and Stitch, you know, Lilo and Nani, they're sisters. Their parents are gone, presumed dead. And Nani has to, like, kind of fall into the role of Lilo's mom, and it's very stressed, and social services there. It's a really serious movie when you think about it.
Stitch.
But then our friend Stitch comes to save the day.
You know, he only has 2 arms, Stitch.
It definitely is one. I watched it as an older child because I think it came out, you know,
Yeah.
when we were all older. But it's a great movie. I mean, it takes place in Hawaii, which I know Joanna has lived there and been to the spot where it took place.
Yeah, there's a little town where they went and they modeled it after this little town on the island of Kauai.
Hawaii.
Well, it's not spelled like that, but yeah. And it's really beautiful. But I have to say, like, my favorite thing from Lilo and Stitch was actually it was a deleted scene. And it's one of those, like, having lived there, there's a deleted scene, and you can find it on YouTube. You should go look it up. But Lilo is, like, walking through town as she's walking to the beach to feed Pudge a sandwich. So it's right near the beginning. And she's talking to all the people in town, talking to her friends, down to the beach. And all the tourists are laying in the sand. And she shouts at them, "Hey, tourists, do you know what that big siren is? That's a tsunami warning siren. When there's a tsunami coming, that goes off really loud." So if you have not been to Hawaii on the 1st of the month, or if you've not lived there, or if you don't know, they test all the tsunami sirens at a set time on, like, the 1st of the month, every single month. So what she's done is she's gone, and this is so an in-joke, but it's great. She's gone down there right before the test is supposed to go off. So immediately after she says this, the tsunami sirens go off. The tourists race away from the beach, leave everything completely abandoned, so she can go down to the water and talk to Pudge the fish by herself.
I mean, and Pudge is very important. You know, you don't want to feed him tuna. That's cannibalism, but
It's an abomination.
it's an abomination. That's awesome.
Guys, I haven't seen this movie in so long. I need to see it again.
Well, that was a deleted scene.
Well, but I mean, like, I don't
You
think
need to
I've
watch
seen
it.
it since it
I
came
feel
out.
like it's the kind of movie that you can just kind of put on in the background and just kind of absorb. And I do want to call out our good friend Mario. Her favorite underrated Disney films are The Great Mouse Detective and The Goofy Movie.
Oh, I love those. I love those so
A
much.
Goofy Movie is one of those movies that I don't ever know that I've seen all the way through, but so many Disney nerds swear by it.
You need to see it all the way through.
They say that the songs from
And
this movie are
I
the
was going to say,
best.
speaking of karaoke, this one has some good karaoke.
Step Up or something.
Eye to Eye. And
Apparently,
yeah.
Disney nerds swear by a Goofy movie, so I need to get on that. That and A Black Cauldron.
I really liked The Rescuers when I was little.
Oh, that was a classic.
Like,
I
and
was
The
more
Rescuers
into
Down
The
Under.
Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah, I was like, and The Rescuers Down Under. Like,
So-
those were like 2 of my favorites.
Again, that goes back to the whole, like, children being in bad situations
Yeah.
in movies. Like, that. There's a lot of really deep stuff going on with
Here's
Disney.
one of the reasons I loved The Rescuers Down Under when I was a little kid. Because the lizard in it is a
Mhm.
monitor lizard that's a goanna, also pronounced sometimes as a Joanna.
That's
And
right.
so her name was Joanna in the movie. And my parents, they worried how I would be bullied or teased at school because the bad guy was named Joanna. And it was like the coolest thing. All the other kindergartners thought that I was absolutely the coolest because I was right. Exactly.
You have a very progressive kindergarten class there, Stewie.
I would have been all about that. So the Rescuers. I know that there was one character named Evan Rude. Was he the dragonfly? Does anybody remember this?
From The Princess and the Frog. And he's
That-
a firefly star.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It was so sad. So sad.
I don't want to finish baking the cake. I just want to hug this Stitch forever.
I'll help. What do you need me to do? Do we need to do anything?
No, not at
We're
the
just
moment.
sitting here. Shall we change tracks?
All right. So maybe we've had enough Disney. Do we want to switch to something else?
Let's do something else.
All right. So
come back.
A couple other things I thought we could talk about. Harry Potter.
Yes.
Yes.
Talk about Harry Potter.
What?
When do we not want to talk about
Yeah,
Harry
right.
Potter?
So I'm wearing mine today in honor of being old, having a birthday. Sometimes you want to turn the time back, you know, so this is kind of a tribute to that.
Get back into the
And you're wearing your very old dinosaur necklace.
dead state.
I solemnly swear I'm up to no good sweater.
So Summer is clearly totally prepped for Harry Potter discussion.
I don't think I have anything Harry Potter on me today.
So I want to know
For once in her life.
I want to know 3 things.
Okay.
I want to know when you first read the books and heard about Harry Potter, what house did you think you were in? When you took the online quizzes, what houses you were sorted into? And I want to know, now that you're an adult, having been a Harry Potter fan for a long time, where do you really feel like you belong?
Gryffindor.
All of those?
All of the above.
Ravenclaw. All of
I'm
the
very
above.
strongly a Gryffindor. Every single
Guys,
time.
I am.
Gryffindor. Go,
Have
go,
never Ravenclaw.
Ditto.
So, I mean, I'm a
Stewie.
Hufflepuff, but I mean, in true Hufflepuff fashion, I just want us to all get along and have a good time.
Yes.
Go for it.
We need a Slytherin here, though. Stitch, can you get in on that? He's
I
kind of
bet he-
evil. He's kind of evil. So we've got all 4 represented here today.
Stitch would
I'm
totally Jim Bob.
actually-
Maybe Jim Bob
No.
could be a Slytherin, but I don't think Stitch is the Slytherin.
I think Stitch is probably a Gryffindor. I am a Gryffindor married to a Slytherin. We are a house divided by houses, and somehow we make it work. Somehow.
That's tough.
It's very tough.
Speaking of
We
which, I
have
want
issues.
us to do at some point a crossover discussion where we take our favorite Disney princess. I loved Gryffindor when I first saw the movies. I thought Gryffindor is a house for me. I took the quiz. I got Gryffindor when I was younger, when I first got into it. And then I learned that Luna Lovegood was a Ravenclaw. And I love Luna Lovegood. She's
She is pretty
character.
amazing.
She's so funny. She doesn't care what anyone thinks.
That's the timer.
She's so funny. She's great. So I was just like, you know what, Ravenclaw for me. I love Ravenclaw. She's in Ravenclaw. I want to be in Ravenclaw. So I really I got the Ravenclaw at all. Let's be real.
Can I have it?
You can have it all. Eventually, I really just came to discover that I had Hufflepuff pride, and I was going to hang on to that pride, and I was going to cuddle everybody else with my Hufflepuff pride, and even freaks.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
So, but yeah. So, I definitely was a Hufflepuff through and through. I don't know. They just kind of, we do our thing. Though I do think I have some Gryffindor tendencies as far as leadership and kind of putting yourself out there goes. But I mean, overall, I would definitely say Hufflepuff.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, though, Hermione's a Gryffindor with Ravenclaw tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think that everybody, because people are complicated. You know,
you can't just be in one house forever. You have tendencies.
Well, and this is why there are people in the fandom community that talk about being like a Ravendor or a Gryffindor, like stuff like that, where they blend them.
Yeah.
But that being said, I strongly identified with Gryffindor. Every quiz, including both times I took the Pottermore test, put me in Gryffindor. And I just,
we have a Slytherin joining us. Galaxy Descends on Twitter.
Sweet.
It's gonna be our. How does it feel to be totally evil?
Not totally evil.
This is a sense of Gryffindor and Ravenclaw. Drink your wine. I'm just kidding. Slytherins are cool to me too.
Well, I read the books for the first time and I was like, yeah, I'm a Ravenclaw. And then I took the test and I was like, yeah, Ravenclaw. And now I'm like, I'm even more Ravenclaw than I was when I started.
Yep.
Now, do you think that it's part of you knowing that you are a part of this house and you want to kind of become the truest form to yourself you can in this house? In your life? Because you are?
Well, I'm not modeling my life after Harry Potter, despite my sweater and the ceiling over
The camera.
I've got a space-themed attached to my ceiling with float paper towels
Truth.
hanging down from it.
I think when you really like identify with something, like
They're
you,
not
you
on
want to like
Joanna.
kind of, you know,
No, but
cradle it and hold it and say like, yeah, this is me. Like I will continue.
Well, I mean, because like there's not a lot, because like Joanne, like Gryffindors are doors, and it's kind of told from a Gryffindor point of view. A lot of the other houses, oh, this is what the Gryffindors think of the other houses. You get very little of the characters in the houses talking about what the houses are actually
So
like.
now, would you like to read the books from the perspective of someone from
I mean, you can't do that. You can't reread the books or else because the books are told from the Gryffindor point of view.
Okay.
So what you're getting a lot of now is J.K. Rowling going back and being like, with Pottermore and things like that, giving more of that backstory of the other houses. So, you know, I always thought I was a Ravenclaw just based on the books, but then when I got sorted into Ravenclaw and actually read that description of what she thinks Ravenclaws are, I was like, you know, this is even more me than I thought it was, because it's not about, because like Ravenclaw in the books, they're all like, oh, they're the smart one. They're not just smart, they're quirky. So like you have Luna, who, and you have people, and we're like, we're the weirdos, like we're the ones who are not afraid to put a freaking, you know, tablecloth on our ceiling and leave it there for half a year, despite what our landlady might think about that.
You think about typically eccentric and intelligent people throughout time. I mean, most super smart people do have their quirks. They do have their weaknesses about them, and people tend to be eccentric when they're intelligent because minds need to be in interesting places. So somewhere I commend you for being
So yeah, it's more like, you know, both, not only just people who are like academically smart, but they're like book smart, and they're
we have a rogue cat
on it.
loose.
that jerk.
But I think the cake's out.
I bumped up the oven temperature a bit because they weren't cooking that much. But like, you know, so it's not just people who are academically succeeding, it's, you know, that they're inquisitive, and so they get really passionate about whatever they're into. So what you're passionate about, maybe calculus, you're passionate about maybe, you know, sewing cosplays. Just leave him.
It's fine.
So, you know, it's kind of like that. I'm a pro Ravenclaw.
Mario said, yeah, Slytherin pride. So Mario.
We also have a Hufflepuff from Indiana. Why not?
And the new movies, the Fantastic Beasts, are told from the point of view the protagonist is a Hufflepuff. I mean, Newt Scamander is a Hufflepuff, so we're gonna get a whole different perspective.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I am too. And in case you guys missed it, because I'm super excited about this, they are publishing a bound book edition of the stage play Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Oh wow.
That's a very British thing to do.
It is, but I am so reading that.
Oh yeah, but like when you go to, as I just stand off camera talking about things. Hello.
We can sing.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna say, like, when you go to plays in England, a lot of times instead of like buying instead of getting a playbill like you would get in the US, you can buy the script.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I'm also not as much of a theater nerd, so I had no idea.
Would you like to see some of them that I have bought?
Later on, we're going to be showing those on camera if you're interested.
No, we're not.
It's true though, like you don't get a free playbill most of the time in other, like if you go see shows in other places, you have to. In the US, if you go to a musical or stage show or something, typically a playbill is free with it. So I have a collection of them in a book. I have like little sleeves to put them in and everything. But when I went to see The Lion King in Sydney, I was kind of floored that I had to, so I didn't expect it.
Yeah, I never would have known. I haven't seen many plays, but at least you get a program.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
So.
Well, when you go to
Don't tell her.
I can still hear you.
But you can't see us.
Said that.
Things are happening.
all these chocolate chips before she gets mad about chocolate. She's so pissed. What's up? You're looking cute.
How you doing?
The cakes are out of the oven.
Oh.
This cat!
He's very aggressive with his
He
cuddling.
is. All right, so do we want to put it back on this camera?
Sure.
All right, we're going to switch back to baking mode. Enough talk, more cake. That's my motto.
You got it.
I'm done. We're done.
Clive. Oh no. Oh, look at my ceiling Joanna posted a picture of. All right, remove cakes from oven and allow to cool for 10 minutes. Then remove to cooling racks to cool completely.
So what are we doing for 10 minutes over here? We should have stayed over there.
No, we're doing other things.
Okay.
Tell Siri I need a 10-minute timer.
Siri's not my friend.
10-minute timer.
Do you have any other questions for us while we're doing other things?
Where's my wine?
I don't know.
I asked you a question you don't know the answer to.
Do you know where your wine is? I have your wine.
Okay, we're making a caramel sauce. So we're gonna end up switching this guy around.
Caramel sauce. Is caramel sauce like awesome sauce?
No.
Oh, are you sure?
There you go.
So,
Do we need to pee?
how's it going? I'm glad. I'm glad you're having a good time. That's good. That's good.
If you wonder why we keep falling, it's because this little man loves to get underfoot. And he loves to get his belly rubbed.
Hi.
You want to be on the YouTubes? You want to be on the YouTubes?
I kissed your cat.
He kisses me all the time. I'm gonna put you down now. Put you down now. Okay. So we're gonna make a caramel sauce.
Yay, caramel sauce.
All right. I don't trust Dewey to do this.
Do you guys say caramel or caramel
I
or which do you
resent
say? Which do you say?
I say caramel.
I say caramel.
You're the worst. Get out of my house.
Queen. Unhelpful cat.
I can help with caramel sauce.
I'm good at things.
I'm good at things.
All right. I don't trust Dewey to do this. Okay, so pour sugar into an even layer in a large saucepan. Heat on medium-high heat, whisking the sugar until melted. The sugar will clump at first, but this takes about 10 minutes.
Okay.
What are you guys talking about? All right, what would you like to do? Pans. You can measure out the sugar for the caramel.
Okay.
It is 1.5 cups of sugar, and it needs to go in that pan. Here, use the half cup. Put 3 half cups in that pan,
I'm on it.
Math.
But I'm going to do it for the people.
and then once that's done, we remove it from heat, and then we add the butter, and we whisk it until it's complete. And that butter,
I don't think we have sugar.
One and a half cups of sugar.
That's pretty close.
It's with the caramel sauce. It doesn't have to be probably.
oh,
exact.
we messed that up super bad.
What do we do?
I put all that butter in the cake, but it was supposed to go in the caramel.
Oh, that's why the cake is weird. We put the butter in the cake and not in the caramel.
the sugar.
Can we microwave the butter? Some fresh butter.
We're gonna have so much butter.
So this is a Paula Deen cake, is what I'm
I
hearing.
tried to like measure this.
Oh my goodness,
good,
we're gonna
that's
have
good.
so much butter.
She doesn't know what just happened.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question on Twitter. What sort of things do you send to your pen pal for somebody who's kind of new to pen paling? I include personally a lot of stickers. I think stickers are fun to send. I also send anything flat that can go in an envelope if you have a pen pal in another country, it's fun to send like
A
coins.
coaster.
Coasters are cool.
Coasters
Go to
are
places.
free, and if you're a restaurant, you can get a coaster.
Anything that's like flat or like postcards. So my pen pals and I, if it's between letters or if you just want to, like, I'm bad at timely responses. So you might, my pen pals, sorry ladies, hear from me like every 2 or 3 months they get a letter, but I try to be really good about sending off postcards in between. Little care packages are fun, like with just little stuff. I sent Valentine's with some little, like, I'm wearing St. Patrick's Day bracelets right now, but I sent some Valentine ones to my pen pals. That kind of thing, like anything small. Tea, we send a lot of tea back and forth. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're into and what your pen pals are into, but anything that's like a piece of something that's cool to you or from your home or from like where you are, that where you can share something to connect with somebody else. Because we were talking about earlier how this whole thing, this whole thing started because Stewie wanted some curly whirlies. So, it's that kind of thing. I collect Starbucks mugs for one, and was sent a Starbucks mug, which was pretty neat. I wish you guys could see what's happening over here. It's kind of entertaining. Maybe I'll go get the other computer.
Yeah, because I don't know. I've never seen this sort of thing happen.
If you want, Joanna, you might be able to sit right here.
Oh, watch the I can put that on the table. Summer is teaching me the art of making
All
caramel.
right, we're gonna switch the cameras. Unmute that other camera.
Done. Hi there. I'm here with Summer today, learning how to make caramel at the stove. Right now, she's knee-deep in the pan, but not literally. And she's mixing the sugar, and things are happening. Tell us what's going on, Summer.
There's sugar and it's in a pan and it's heating up. I'm whisking it. Do you see how it's kind of starting to look like it's getting wet?
Continuously whisking this sugar in a pan. And I'm just going to assume she knows what she's doing. I don't know that for sure, but I'm trusting her. This is something she's done before.
Mm-hmm.
So, how many times have you done
Joanna, click the other TV. Otherwise, it's going to stay over there. Click the bottom. Yeah.
So how many times have you done this before?
I have to make a pumpkin flan, and you needed a lot of caramel to put at the bottom of the flan so that when it flipped over, it melted.
Okay, very nice. I'm familiar with flan.
So I've melted sugar before.
I've seen the Giga Pudding commercial about 300 times.
The what?
Giga Pudding?
I don't know what that is.
Well, we're going to link out to that, and I'm going to show these girls the Giga Pudding commercial tonight.
I don't know what that is. All right, so we have another question over here, Joanna, if you want to join us.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Joanna, you have to press it over there, though, the question.
All right, so I will read it. It says, have you discussed girl age heroes at times?
Yes. Well, no, we haven't discussed it yet. And yes, I do find it important. So, I mean, it has the same age. I heard, there's kind of like, especially when it comes to women, you look at developmentally people who are a couple years ahead of you. So like your heroes are people who are maybe not necessarily the same age as you, but people that you aspire to be. So if you're, a teen girl, maybe you're looking at women who were in their 20s to be your inspiration. And if you're like a preteen girl, you're looking at kids who are like in their teens, and so on and so forth. But I think it's important to have strong role models at varying ages to kind of give that variety in both, age, but then also you don't want to have all your role models be the same. Like you want to have diversity within those characters, because if you're only aspiring to be like one thing, that helps maybe a couple, those people who aspire to that same thing, but it doesn't help the rest of us. Like we're not a monolith. There's, people who aspire to be all sorts of things.
And I don't know if this was your experience, but I don't remember a lot of very strong role models for young girls when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And I think Malala
is really like one of those kind of prodigal stories we hear a lot about these days. So she definitely like is much younger than me, but I think she still has, you know, a lot to teach. I don't know. I think the internet and the rise of social media and the rise of technology will really help us to see that there are a lot of female role models in these different age groups, and we're going to get to know them.
Yes. Yeah, as far as like, I mean, in all the fields that are out there, I think it's good to have diversity to kind of like showcase those women in various, both fictional and non-fictional roles that are out there. Do you see how it's starting to caramelize?
So we're looking at the sugar really like starting to clump and become a little bit brown. It was just a big pile of white sugar before.
Anyway, if either of you have, well, don't tweet this. This is boring.
It's fine.
I'm
Doing
doing
all
It's
the
sugar and it's melting.
I think that for me, having female role models is really important, but I find that they change with my age. So like things that were really empowering to me when I was a teenager or even younger, I go back and I look at them now and I'm like, that's super, like it wasn't as, I wouldn't find the roles necessarily as empowering now as I did at the time that I experienced them. But I think it's because,
Do you mean if you were the same age now or as an adult?
as an adult,
Okay.
as an adult. So like,
Yeah.
I found, so you can laugh at me,
Nope.
but when I was, you will,
Maybe.
when I was a teenager and the first Charlie's Angels movie came out, I actually I really strongly identified with it because it was three women who were like being badasses and being like super smart and solving all these things. And now I watch it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like sexist BS. But at the time, I didn't see it that way. At the time, I saw it as they can be sexy and they can be smart and they can be all these other things. So like, as my own perspective changes, my perspective on things changes.
Stewie, can you stop that?
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I think so too, because like, and that's another reason that I think we need to have.
What do I need to stop?
Stop my timer on that. Like, have more role models for women who are available to youth, so that you know you're not necessarily. I mean, if all you have to look up to is Charlie's Angels, I think that's kind of.
But this was also
not
like
the greatest.
pre-YouTube and
Yeah.
you know, like it's not the greatest option, but
I think it's getting both better and worse. Can you continue to stir this while I put these cakes on the cooling racks?
I can. Is this going to melt?
It will.
Okay. So yeah, like I think that it depends. And I'm not saying that was the only one, but like, you know, when I was very little, my female role model was Gadget from Rescue Rangers. And I wanted so much to be Gadget because she was smart and she was creative and she was an engineer and she did all these really awesome things. But at the same time, she was also there to be the girl character. So I don't know. I think it changes depending. We've had some cake malfunction.
My
But
Greek job was no good on the one pan.
the others look good. Oh, it's starting. It's starting. I can't see it, but in the very middle, I'm starting to get some caramelization, and it's really pretty. So yeah, does that kind of answer the question?
How's that done?
Other girl heroes. Right now, I'm really enjoying the TV show Supergirl. I loved Lois and Clark when I was younger, so if you can accept that Lois and Clark is, or that, you know, Lois and Clark was bad, but in a really good way, Supergirl is bad, but in a really good way as well. Ooh, cameo!
So this
Hello,
is,
Eric.
This is Eric who lives here,
We're taking over his kitchen.
and this is
No,
where he
it's
lives.
No, we take it back. It's Summer's kitchen.
Oh, we put
A wild Eric appears.
We put 9 tablespoons.
So yeah, I enjoy
all
Supergirl. I know I mentioned Star Wars Rebels earlier, but Hera on Star Wars Rebels is really awesome. She's the captain of the ship and is just, she is awesome. So in fact, Hera is one of my dream cosplays. See, it's starting to a little bit.
That's right.
I just don't want to scratch your pan.
You don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
One of our cakes fell apart. It wasn't my fault.
Oh, but it tastes so good.
Because it's got 9 tablespoons of butter in it. So that's probably why.
Other female role models right now, I'm super into the show Sleepy Hollow, which again, you have to buy into the premise of Sleepy Hollow because it is just, you just talk that crap off the wall. But if you buy into it, it's a fantastic show. And Abby Mills and her sister Jenny, there are such good female characters in the show. And it's like, Abby Mills is this awesome role model because she struggles with being a responsible adult. She struggles with being like the older sister and with her relationship with her sister, which has been troubled. She struggles with her identity and like her own dreams and aspirations versus this responsibility that's been thrust on her. She's complicated and she's interesting, and she is one of my favorite female characters on TV right now. And if you have not watched Sleepy Hollow, I really recommend Sleepy Hollow.
That would be Cara.
Oh, hi, Cara.
You have to click it from the other one.
Oh, okay.
I'm on it.
I don't know. Why are you so hot?
Well, you have to wait till she clicks it.
No.
Otherwise it won't do it.
Select.
Has it been selected? P.S. I miss you a lot.
Dear Cara,
Hi.
you
Hi.
bitch.
If it was anyone but you, I'd be really offended.
That's
This-
true, but you're allowed. It's okay.
When you drink wine and you bake a cake together, the bonding and
It's the flashy
the
necklace.
sexiness
Let's be real.
just happens.
It's
like,
just the flashy necklace. I'm distracting
it's
them
like-
with the bling.
you have the bling and the pheromones and the. This is a question.
Yes.
You have to click it from the other computer.
Somebody
No, but
doesn't
this
know
is
how
fun.
to use
I like
the
this.
Q&A.
I like this. I think that she does. I think this is fun.
You put 9 tablespoons of butter in that cake.
That
Yes, we
awkward
did.
moment when we used all of the butter in the wrong place.
It was supposed to
That's
go in the
what
frosting.
she said. Ooh. So listen, Cara, I know you're cool and stuff.
We love you.
We love you, and you're damn hot too. Also, plus question mark.
You love all of our fashions.
We apparently got the we're wearing black memo today.
So
we went to pick Stewie up from the airport and we're
Happy
like,
St.
what are you
Patrick's
wearing?
She's like black with skulls.
I thought in true birthday fashion I would celebrate death and dying, so I'm wearing all black with skulls, a time turner necklace, and a Five Nights at Freddy's pin because everybody wants to die on their birthday.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm a little dark there for you guys. I didn't mean to do that.
Something that is dead.
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs are dead.
Arguably still alive as birds, but okay.
This is true, actually. So I also have a Tyrannosaurus necklace that's like the bones of a Tyrannosaurus. That's a necklace, and the legs hang down. And people that see it don't realize at first what it is.
look at this caramel.
My husband definitely thought, he was like, I think it's a bird. And I
my
said,
God.
well, kind of it is
You
a
literally
bird. So
caramel.
good job.
Yeah, well, I'm working on it.
That is
The-
like literally caramel.
It's supposed to be.
She
It's-
lied to me.
How did I lie to you?
And by lied, I mean told the truth.
That when
Hashtag opposite day.
when the sugar melted, it would become caramel. Well, wait for it to finish melting, Joanna. It's all lumpy right now.
It's in progress.
It's lumpy.
The people want to see the lumps.
No one wants to see the lumps.
We want to see the lumps.
I want to see the lumps. But I mean,
Someone click through all of her questions.
all right,
No.
I'm on it. I got it.
No.
I've got the things. Cara, what are you doing?
I don't know. The world may never know.
So is it made out of real Tyrannosauruses? Is this?
Yes.
The necklace? Yes.
50 of them died to make that necklace.
I like how this is what we're currently answering.
Is this a question?
This is a question! Exclamation point!
Yes.
Who has the hottest lumps? Show them to us.
That's a good
The
point.
Stegosaurus.
Source does. You walked right into that one.
Nope. I'm going to show you my lumps.
No one wants to see the lumps.
They're very small.
This is a family friendly.
Are you sure you're the one that dropped the F-bomb?
What did you call the pizza earlier, Summer?
An effort. Something not great. And by lumps, lumps are everywhere. Lumps are here and there and everywhere.
We can't see you.
Oh.
Visuals.
I'm glad we can.
The lumps are
Lovely
happening,
lumps.
Your head could be a lump. Your face could be a lump.
Yes.
Your face is a lump.
Summer's just mad because she made caramel.
I'm mad because I made caramel, yes.
We're embarrassing you. Infuriating you?
Mel,
Frustrating you?
In typical Ravenclaw fashion, Summer's getting angry.
stop it, friend. Messing up my cake.
You guys should be reading books instead. You guys
No.
are gonna make me screw up on my final exam.
You read the cake recipe wrong.
You guys don't even know.
Who put that butter in the cake?
Can we talk about how Summer totally screwed up the recipe when she's supposed to be a Ravenclaw?
I didn't say I was good at baking.
She put all the butter.
Who loves house elves? House elves are the one who bake.
Oh my gosh. Let's talk about house elves for a second. So seriously, they need rights. What?
It's all yours, I'm saying.
Oh, hey, hi. So she's making
You
caramel.
tell them about Spew while I caramel it up.
So Spew is an organization that did not make it into the movies, which is really sad. And I felt like it was a huge part of why I fell in love with Hermione, because what? Tell the people. Sorry. So Hermione is a great character. She's cool. And in the movie, she's all right. But in the books, she really just kind of gets behind this really politically driven organization that is to give liberties to house elves. She creates this organization called the Society for the Protection of Elven Welfare because house elves are just stepped on and treated like garbage. They don't get clothes. They don't get crap. And I really think Spew should have been a part of the movies. It wasn't. Also, another part of the books that I loved was Winky, the house elf, who was a female house elf. She didn't get a lot of recognition, but I don't know. I don't really think many house elves did anything except for Dobby in the books or the movies. You know, Winky kind of ended up just becoming like a drunk. It happens. You know, when you drink wine, sometimes just the wine takes
She was
over.
treated really badly, though. Like
She was.
I mean,
she
they
was
were all-
reacting.
All the
to-
house elves were.
right? But
freaking
like, she
Dobby was like a
reacting to the
Malfoy
situation.
elf. Like, he was treated badly too.
Spoilers.
So, if you guys like house elves or Spew, you should definitely ask us a question about them.
Or you could go click that one about the Stegosaurus.
Joanna's on it.
I'm on it.
I think Spew is a great organization.
If the Stegosaurus gets obliterated by a meteorite in the middle of a forest and no one is there to see, does it still radiate awesomeness?
All right, Joanna's on this.
Yes.
The answer is yes. It still radiates awesomeness because it is a frickin' Stegosaurus. So even if nobody can see it, it is made of such inherent awesome that it cannot cease to be, and it will just radiate that awesomeness out into the world, and the molecules that used to be Stegosaurus scatter into a million pieces. That's a lot of pieces. Eventually reconstitute themselves because of the conservation of energy into you and me. And so Stegosaurus is freaking awesome. There we go.
Nice.
Go
Thank
click
you.
it again.
Next question.
Next question, what do I do now?
Well, your recipe.
Well, yeah, but you have it
All right,
up over there.
I'm stirring. Summer is going to answer the next question for you fine
Once the
folks.
sugar has melted, stop whisking and allow it to cook until the sugar has turned to a darker amber color.
That's it.
You may notice change in color will happen
Is
quickly.
it nutty?
So don't let it go too long or get too dark or it will burn.
Yes,
Use caramel
it's
to
done.
combine.
It's done. It's too dark.
Add butter and whisk until combined.
But butter's melting. Do I remove from heat?
Yes, remove from heat. Add butter.
Add the actual 9 tablespoons of
Add
butter.
the actual 9 tablespoons of butter.
So where did those other 9 tablespoons go into?
The cake!
Were they not supposed to go in there?
No!
Like,
There was no butter in the cake. Okay. Toss that in there.
It will bubble
Done.
until all the butter has melted and combined. You're going to need to measure out the heavy cream.
It's over there.
I can do it.
You need 2 to 3 tablespoons. No, you need 3/4 cup of heavy cream.
Okay, I'm on it.
The quarter,
Add it
the
in.
cup is right there.
I'm on it. Give me a second. No, getting the butter off my hands. All right, heavy cream.
It's not combining.
Hold on. We'll make it a little bit hotter.
Add butter and whisk until combined.
It's working on it.
3/4 cup of heavy cream.
3/4
Yeah.
cup of heavy cream.
Over there.
But I can use this.
No, you can't use this. This is a dry measure cup, and it's a cup.
What? You could just
You
guess.
No, use the measuring cup. No, it's right there.
Okay, first of all, dry or wet, it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
And
It's the same
second
amount.
of all,
It's the same amount.
you could guess, and life would be cooler.
It's fine.
It's
Leave
frosting.
it to a
It's
Ravenclaw.
frosting. It doesn't.
Use
It
the
doesn't matter.
liquid measuring cup because the dry measuring cup is not the same.
A 1 cup measuring cup. You can't just estimate.
You could because you
can.
fill it 1, 2, 3.
yeah, but
out of
baking is
4.
a science.
No bullshit. Sorry.
All right.
Baking is a science. You can't call bullshit on that.
I bake stuff without the exact recipe all the time.
I cook stuff. Yeah, how was
No,
that?
I bake stuff all the time. I make cornbread, and it's just sort of eyeballing how much goes in there until it looks right.
Don't know. You shouldn't add it in. It's not combined yet.
You need to turn the heat on again.
I probably do. It's not combining. I mean, it's kind of combining, but it's not totally combining.
Hashtag problems.
Hashtag sugar problems.
Ravenclaws. This is how.
Cara says this is one of the best birthday broadcasts ever.
Clearly.
Get your butt to Chicago and do this for us.
Clearly.
Yes, come to Chicago.
What happens when a Gryffindor and a Hufflepuff and a Ravenclaw try to bake together?
We need house elves.
No,
Know what?
not only if we pay them a fair wage.
I will pay them a lot of money.
I don't
do
want
this for
to
me.
alarm anybody,
I'm
but,
out of wine.
but the wine is gone.
I'm out of wine.
I don't even know
Why is
what
the
my
wine
cup
gone?
We need more wine.
Where's the wine?
Where's my cup?
We don't want to alarm.
I don't know where your cup went.
It's right there.
Oh, it's over there.
Leave it to the Hufflepuff to find out where the cup is. She relies
I
on
don't think you know how Hogwarts houses work.
She seals my answers for the questions when we're in Severus Snape's class. It's like a tough thing. Like I feel bad for her. I try to help her out, but I'm really the smart one. This one, she's going out for the cheerleading squad for the Quidditch team.
There's a Quidditch cheerleading squad?
Totally.
It totally
There it is
is.
now.
Is this becoming more solid?
I don't know what this is doing.
fine.
Joanna, what is this supposed to look like?
It's fine. Take over, Joanna.
Let's add this.
No, don't add that.
I'm gonna find
It's
more
not
wine.
mixed yet.
I'm gonna find more wine.
Okay.
There's some white wine in my fridge.
That's what I'm looking for. Don't worry, guys. I'm on it.
Ow! That burned everything.
We just splashed. Here, why don't I do
Because
this
I
for a
got
minute?
butter on my foot.
Oh, Summer.
Fail.
Oh, I found it.
It's starting to look like caramel down in there, so I kind of think that we should.
I've got everything on this sweater. No one tell Jordan, but I totally threw up on this sweater when I was at Disney World.
You just told her. Good job. We're gonna
Not
have to
much.
tell her
That
that
she
she
made
made
a.
No, I don't. I just hit it accidentally.
We're having technical difficulties over here.
Technical issues.
Is it whisking? It doesn't seem to be.
Well, it is making caramel down in there. I do think we should go ahead and add the milk and whisk it in.
Really?
Oh, I did the milk. I did it.
Do you want to pour it in? Okay,
No,
put the
I
rest
just
of it away.
I wanted
Pour
to
it
tell you that I was excited.
And then check the rest of the recipe.
in. It says it's supposed to combine.
Summer has presented us with 2011 white wine, the pairing, the pairing. They misspelled pairing, but that's okay because it's really hard to spell things. This is a California white wine. This is teamwork in action. Gryffindor and Ravenclaw.
I know we're spilling.
It's really pretty. I know that we've kind of stopped talking, but I see a question. If you want to go select it, Stewie.
I see more lumps.
I'm on it. And let me know when you finish that, Summer.
More lumps. Ah!
Oh, a question. I like this. Tea postcard, and thank you for asking.
Did you select it? I think it needs to be heated more.
So let's heat it a little more. Turn the eye back on. If you had a TARDIS, would you use it to avoid hot caramel accidents?
I would use it to go buy a cake. We're horrible at cakes. What would you use it for?
I don't know.
If I had a TARDIS, I would probably use it to go see.
Ah, God, it's so horrible. It just needs to be hotter. It just needs to be hotter. It's so lumpy.
The mixture.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's gross. Oh,
I just want to point out that Summer picked this recipe.
for you. I picked it for you.
All right, Summer.
You said we can bake.
Do you have some more butter?
Yeah. No, I don't know. If you used up.
All right, I just want to take a
tablespoons of
minute
it.
and say I love these ladies. And first of all, if this went perfectly according to plan, I would have been pissed because it would have been boring. But I think when it's your birthday and you're baking a cake,
Splash on us.
and sometimes you drink wine when it happens. You want things to go a little mischievous. And when they go a little mischievous, Summer, she said, don't use this. I said,
I think that's the problem.
To smack you in the butt. Get over there.
it's a fine instrument. She went,
What is this liquid for?
It's for going between the layers of cake.
Joanna doesn't know what she's doing.
Following instructions, but I did not read the recipe in advance.
Don't worry. I found you a solution.
Oh, thank you. Winner.
Clearly.
Cheers.
Chaz, Samzi,
What?
drink that quickly. Or cheers us.
Thank you.
The TARDIS.
Weirdy ends with it.
Okay.
Would you
Wait,
use
what are
it
your
to-
favorite board games? Oh my gosh! Galaxy Descent wants to know what our favorite board games are. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
So I think part of what makes a favorite board game is having good experiences playing them and playing with good people. Trail with all three of these ladies.
The Trailer
Last
House
time-
on the Hill.
Trailer House on the Hill, which is a Wizards of the Coast. They did Dungeons and Dragons. They're really, really good with their games. So, but Trailer House on the Hill is a house building horror game where every game you play can be different, which is really fun. Summer introduced me to Super Fight. This is Summer, by the way. If you haven't met her, you should know her. You should know her life. Super Fight's great. It's really goofy. How's it going? You could have
Loki
Loki.
more
You can, okay.
Continue.
You can have Loki fighting with Taylor Swift, and they could both be throwing glitter at each other. It's really goofy. What other games? Oh, The Resistance. The Resistance is a good game. That was super entertaining.
Oh no.
Okay, so The Resistance is a great game. That is a bluffing game, kind of like Mafia, where you might be the bad guy, you might be the good guy. It's really fun. They played it on Geek and Sundry. I saw one of their tabletop games, but it's a really fun game. Summer or Joanna, it's your turn to talk about your favorite tabletop games.
You go.
I really like Betrayal at House on the Hill that Stu already said. My favorite game right now is this game called Ladies and Gentlemen, which sounds absolutely horrible, but it's absolutely amazing. It's basically set in like a Victorian era, and you play as a team. So you play as couples, and you play when you start the game as your couple. You pick one person to be the lady and one person to be the gentleman. And it doesn't matter what your actual gender identification is. You just pick someone to have that role. And every day, there are 7 days. And at the end of the week, there's a ball. And the winning team is the person whose lady is the fanciestly dressed at the ball. So every day, the ladies go shopping. And every day, the men go to work. And then at night, they come home together, and the women say, "Oh, gentlemen, I want to buy these items that I found while at the store today."
I really
Just
like
your-
that.
You
Your
have to say it.
fancy.
You have to do it like that. It's hilarious.
Gentlemen, I love you.
Oh, husband. And then the gentleman says, "Oh, wife, today was a rubbish day at the stock markets," because they all work in the stocks. "I cannot buy you these items today, but maybe I'll buy you these shoes tomorrow, so I'll put them on layaway." Or he'll be like, "I'll buy you everything because I made tons of money." They do in the game, Stewie.
Sorry.
So, and then, you have, so basically the women they're trying to compile an outfit, but like the women can't tell the men. They're like these servants, so the women can't tell the men what the servants do, and they like sometimes they give you extra points for certain things, and the men can't talk about money with the women, so they can't be like, I only have $1,000, but you want me to buy this $2,000 dress? Like you have to do it like codely, like to be like, I don't have enough money for that today, darling, but don't you worry your pretty head about it. I'm sure we'll do better tomorrow. Rat-a-tat. So it's very ridiculous. So that's one of my favorite games right now. Joanna?
I also like the Trail at House on the Hill, but I really like Small World because it's a game you can play with 2 people. I like the game Spot It because you can also play with 2 people. There's a pattern here.
Oh, that smells incredible.
Basically, anything that I can play with just one other person is kind of awesome. So it's not like a strict tabletop game, but I have been known to do some D20 in my time as well. I'm a big fan of D20. I don't always have the patience or time to sit and do it, and I definitely need the right gaming group because I am a character person where I'm all about the character building and the world building and less about the smashy dungeon crawling. So smashy dungeon crawling. That's kind of how I roll. I have very weird characters.
Definitely a D&D nerd. I had a dungeon master at one point who refused to roleplay with me. And it became impossible for me to get into the game because he would be like, you come up to a merchant shop, you see the merchant guy, he asks you this, and I'm like, who, are you him? Is he here? And he wouldn't roleplay. So I think part of D&D, it's really like an improv theater kind of an acting thing.
Well, it depends on your group. You have to have a group that's like all into the same, because some people just aren't into it. So I've been in groups where I frustrated everybody because I was really into the role-playing aspect of it and really into the character creation.
Yeah.
And then I've been in groups where I've been really frustrated because they really just want to dungeon crawl and like roll through and get loot. And I'm like, but I'm playing a bard and it's way more interesting to
I'm gonna sing you a little song.
Yes.
You really want to be with a good group. I think that's definitely a part of what LARPing is. I don't know if you guys are LARPers or know what LARPing is. Like Joanna is a LARPer at heart. Summer is definitely a LARPer at heart. They are both theater nerds, so like I think that definitely like LARPing.
Theater nerds! Yeah, that's
Ah.
All right, Stewie, put a third of a cup in this thing. Since you're so good at judging,
I will do that right freaking now.
and then put the rest in here.
Can I just say this smells amazing?
It
Smell
does.
that.
Smells like a melted old man caramel.
Here.
You want to do it? Do you want to?
Well, I can put it down if you want to pour.
Okay.
Or you can tell me when to stop.
I mean, whatever.
Here,
I
I'll
want
pour
to
in
prove.
you.
I want to prove Summer wrong.
Tell me when to stop. She's so weird.
Okay. Go. Go. Go.
Third of a cup.
Go. Wait, a third. I was thinking 3/4. So now we've got about a half.
Okay, that's fine.
It's fine. You do it again.
So put the rest, Joanna, in. Oh, you're doing it again?
Yep. I didn't remember what a third was. It's hard to remember things. I didn't do so good enough. Whoa, stop. That's weird.
The rest in the bowl.
Yeah.
Fractions were not my forte.
And then we're gonna add the powdered sugar, about 4 cups.
So I'm going to put this in the sink and soak it so that we get the...
Yes. Oh no.
Sorry.
So we need the whisk though. Come on. So Stewie, whisk.
Whisk, I want it.
You're whisking this.
I'm whisking.
Whisking. Give me a second.
Is this my wine?
Whoops. Yes. No. We don't have time to clean it. Oh, we don't? Yeah, it needs
Just
to
soak
happen.
it. Just soak it.
Okay. No. It has to be used. Here we go. So whisk. Whisk. Whisk.
That is what happens when you whisk your life away. When you whisk your life away.
Whisk. Come over here.
Desiree, I feel like you need a drink as well.
So Joanna wants to give Desiree a drink as well.
Yeah.
1. Ready? 2.
How many cups do we need?
This isn't cups. These are thirds of a cup, and we need 4 cups.
That's right. I am a advanced multitasker. That's exactly what happens.
Can you pull out the milk from the fridge?
Yes, I can.
And then we're going to put however many tablespoons it says in here. 3.
Not the milk that's on the table?
No, that's cream.
Oh.
It's 2 to 3 tablespoons, isn't it?
I think so, but you might want to double check.
Go in the hole. Look
2 to 3
at this.
tablespoons. Where's your, just this one?
Yeah, there's actually some in that drawer right beneath you.
Do you think I'm doing good?
Yeah, you're doing
I think I'm doing really good. I'm surprised that I'm actually doing this really good.
I think you're doing it very well.
I'm doing it very well.
And it goes into this.
Yep. You said we didn't have frosting.
I clearly had no idea what was.
Do your cats like these? My
No.
cats like those. Okay.
They shouldn't like them.
All right, we're gonna do 2 and see how it looks. Watch out, watch your hands.
This is becoming a serious workout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think 2 is good.
We stopped talking. We need. Oh, we've got another question. I'll pull it up in just a second.
Joanna's on it.
I'm on it.
Ah! Ah! This is hard to do.
All right.
That's good stuff.
Okay, so here's the thing. The question is, if there is one moldy strawberry in a carton, does it ruin all the other strawberries? Can I still eat these strawberries that aren't obviously moldy? The answer is yes.
Yes.
But I would not eat the ones that were touching the mold.
And I would rinse them all really
Yes.
well.
Rinse them all really well. Do not eat the strawberries that were touching the mold, but anything that was not touching the mold, you're good to go.
Here's a question.
It's really good.
What's going to happen if you eat that moldy strawberry?
So
The nurse.
I called my mother one
Wait, I
time.
gotta get
That's
some
true. You are a nurse. You're supposed to know this stuff. But because Cara asked this. Hello, Cara. So my mother told me one time, because I ate a moldy grape by mistake, and I really freaked out, and I called my mother. As you do, you call somebody who knows things when you accidentally eat a moldy
Clearly,
grape.
we're not going to call Cara because she doesn't
And
know anything.
my
about it.
mother who knows me was like, well, you drink wine. What is wine but a bunch of mashed up moldy grapes? You're going to be just fine. And I was like,
I like your mom.
oh, okay, thanks, Mom. And I got over it, and I was totally fine. So you're totally fine. I mean, strawberry wine, right? Strawberry wine. Is that a song? It's a song.
We just wrote it. And
It's-
the
no,
sky
no,
is
it's a-
gray.
No,
and the
it's a
sky
real
is-
song.
That's the song.
It's not.
I
All
heard
the
it.
leaves are brown on it.
All the strawberry wine and the sky is gray.
Oh no, it's a 90s song. It's a 90s
I think
song.
you're just confused.
The other one is California Dreamin', and I quote it at you all the time.
It's
Like
not
every
that
time it's
song.
All the leaves are brown.
And
Oh.
the sky is gray.
And the strawberry wine.
I've been for a walk on a winter's day.
With some strawberry wine. With some strawberry wine.
I'd be safe and warm
I'll have strawberry wine.
if I was in LA.
If I have strawberry wine. Strawberry.
Go straight.
On a winter's day.
Okay, I think that's enough.
You want to go select our next question? It's not really a question.
Is it
I've
Cara?
been
Being-
No, it's not
and-
Cara.
I've been safe and warm.
I hope we answered your food safety question, Cara. I find
If you die, we are not liable.
the sass is very strong with this one. I concur.
With which one?
So says Desiree.
Desiree. Desiree Gray.
She has cute kids. Mm-hmm.
The cutest. This is becoming a very beigey, sort of a light brown. Still liquidy.
This was supposed to-
Are we not done yet?
I think we're done. We were all supposed to let it sit for like 10-15 minutes, so we didn't do that.
It's sitting.
Okay.
While we're talking.
Great, I think it's fine. Let's move on to the next thing.
Okay, next step. What's the next step?
We're gonna make ganache.
We're gonna make ganache. Yes. Ganache, 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 ganache.
Do you know what a ganache is?
Is that like panache?
Test it. How does it taste?
Freaking good. Frosting is good.
Oh.
Isn't that good? We
Tastes like a
made
bunch of sugar.
frosting.
Okay, we're gonna make ganache. Stewie, what's ganache?
Ganache is when you make a cake look like plastic and it's still good because you could eat it.
Actually,
That's
fondant.
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 Ganache and fondant is when you have to go to a Sweet 16 party on MTV and everybody's like, I need you to make a cake that looks like a motorcycle that's on fire with a skeleton riding it. And you're like, that's Knight Rider. And you're like, I don't like that movie. And then you make it anyway and you make it out of ganache.
I thought that ganache was when you combine chocolate and cherries into a big pot and you stomped on them until they turned out chocolate cherry cordial.
Voters,
I made that up, but
What do you know what
motorcycle,
ganache is?
flaming motorcycle skeleton, or cherry cordial stompathon. Do you have a vote?
don't spill my wine. That would be a party foul. Don't spill my wine.
I mean, I think if there was a skeleton riding a motorcycle that was on fire that was stomping on cherries. At the
I
same
think we have a winner.
time.
That's what we need to do.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
exactly what we need.
All right, is that what's going to happen?
No, we're melting chocolate.
Wait,
Jeez.
yay!
I mean, I was way wrong.
We're gonna melt chocolate.
Similar. There might be a skeleton there somewhere. Does anybody have a motorcycle? Is Eric here? Eric is here.
So if you are for some strange reason just joining us and have no idea what's going on, this is
And
Turn around and run
Just
away.
run away. But it's Geek Girl Pen Pals. Geek Girl Pen Pals is turning 3.
And the sky is gray.
We are turning 3, and you can find
And we're
us.
on our third bottle of wine.
We're on our 3rd bottle of wine. Huzzah! You can
Drink
find us
responsibly.
at hashtag IGGPPC Live.
You said all those letters correctly.
Turn that
I
on.
did. For International Geek Girl Pen Pals Club. Ha! And so that's good.
I
You
did
did it. You're good.
I did the fine.
So we're tweeting there at Geek Girl Pen Pals, and obviously you're watching this on YouTube. You can ask us questions through our YouTube Q&A, or you can ask us through hashtag IGGPPC Live, and we will answer your
You
questions.
can think the questions in your heart, and we'll try to hear them, but you're not going to have much luck. So you're better off tweeting.
My favorite Easter candy is a chocolate rabbit. That was one of the questions that was just asked in my heart.
That is so beautiful. I
Isn't
love that
that awesome?
question. My favorite is those Cadbury eggs with the thin
You have a question?
shell. I theorize that the amount of sugar that it has gone into the frosting when added to the stickiness of the caramel would keep the Enterprise from being sucked into a black hole. Am I correct? Please opine.
Okay, the answer is yes, but only after you reverse the polarity.
I mean, I
And the second question.
what does opine mean?
Well, it's like, so there are possums and then there are opossums. So possums tend to be from South America, and they're a marsupial that's from South America. An opossum is the North American version, and they're usually the Virginia opossum. And they are really cool little mammals. People get freaked out about them, but they're so neat.
I mean, they're not
Opossum.
mammals, they're marsupials, right?
Opossum with an O. So an opine is obviously a North American version of a porcupine. So a porcupine is a regular South American one, and an opine is a North American version.
So in the reference to that question about well, I think that
Animals.
rodents, when you hit them, whether you're on a road,
When you hit them?
Porcupines are actually rodents. Did you know
on
that?
a planet, or in space,
Did
it's
you know that
still.
porcupines are rodents?
I did not know that. I think that both of them will screw your vehicle up, whether it's a car or a spaceship. I think you should definitely be concerned about not hitting animals with your car. And I think if a squirrel wants to be your friend, you should tell it. I'll accept you into my life.
Guess what?
I'll let you live
We need
with
to measure
me
things.
I'm
for
moving.
now.
I'm moving, and in my new backyard, there's a resident rabbit, and I've named him Harvey.
Oh my God.
And I'm not even making this up. There's a rabbit
Why
that
is
in
the
my
name
backyard
Harvey?
because Jimmy
Never saw it. All right, I'm on this. Let me do it.
We need 9 ounces.
I'm on it.
Okay. Pour it in here until it says 9 ounces.
I can do this, Summer. She doesn't trust
I
me.
don't trust you. Pour it in there until it says 9 ounces. That says 1 ounce.
I'm on this. I can do this, Summer.
Okay, go. We're gonna use that cake, Joanne. I don't eat all of it.
Are you gonna be mad if Eric ate all the chocolate chips?
Yes.
You just said I didn't eat them.
Yes, you did.
Eric, I'm sorry.
Stop blaming it on YouTube.
I'm just kidding. No, you don't have to put them back in the bag. Put it in your mouth. Okay, stop. That's good. Great. Okay, here's what you're gonna do. Whisk that. Well, here's the whisk. Guys, I'm fully committed to the cause. I think if you have a summer in your life, you are blessed. Summer has really been one of those people, one of those Ravenclaws, who really just, you know, and Joanna with her Gryffindor tendencies. They're actually kind of freaky.
I have my moments.
Team Hufflepuff. Do you guys like how I whisk?
You're doing a horrible job at that.
When you spin it around, it happens.
The chocolate burns really easily, just so you know.
I'm doing it
So,
good.
no, it's really easy.
I'm doing it good.
I'm sure you are.
I wasn't doing it good.
I burnt the chocolate last week. What?
I'm really not good at this.
No, Joanna.
It has to be 9 ounces exactly.
What? I am.
Is that my wine over there?
Maybe.
Does that
Is that okay? You want wine?
No, I need some more water in my Hulk cup.
I'll get you some.
Can you hand me my Hulk cup and I'll put water in it? Yes. I'm stirring.
I mean, I was starting, but you didn't like
I
it.
didn't like it.
You know who you remind me of?
Your mom.
My husband.
Your husband.
Because I clean the dishes and he's like, there's still stuff on these. And I'm like, well, it's food and you would eat this anyway. And then he gets mad and he says, you can't come in the kitchen anymore.
Hashtag Stewie problems.
It's true. I clean the dishes okay. See, Joanna knows what she's doing. She's got it all up in that whisk.
It's all good.
I didn't want to get it in there.
You got to get it all up in there.
Yeah.
I was worried that it would get stuck
Can
in
you
there.
measure me out 3/4 of that cream? It should be
Well, I can.
exactly that cream.
I'm on it.
I can.
And I'm
I wasn't asking you, I was
use the
asking her.
liquid one.
Yeah, but you should ask if I will. That's a whole other thing.
No, I wasn't asking if you can. I know you can.
3/4?
3/4 of a cup. It should be exactly what's in there. So
What's that?
what's in there?
I got a dingle left.
Okay, we'll put the dingle in there. It's fine.
So I think a 5-pound Reese's Rabbit sounds good, but I'd rather have 5 pounds of like little tiny ones for the chocolate to peanut butter ratio.
I measured this.
Do you
good
want
job
this?
measuring.
By myself.
Not at the moment. It has to
Okay.
all done first. And then we'll be done. Stewie, ask us some more questions off your list if you need us. to.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
more questions. More
Okay.
questions.
So I want to know, who do you guys think is the cutest robot?
The cutest robot.
Is that on your list?
I just wanted to know. Are you mad?
No.
Well, I
Marvin
mean,
the android.
Wally.
Oh, Wally.
Oh, Wally. But actually, the first robot that popped in both Disneyland and at the Magic Kingdom. I love Big Thunder. As far as the not as popular rides, I actually really dig the Carousel of Progress, and here's why. It's only
That was my answer.
it's only at the Magic Kingdom,
That was my
and
answer.
it is one of the few
they
remaining.
took it out of Disneyland.
They removed it from Disneyland. They moved it to Orlando, and it is one of the few remaining original
Oh,
things that
Desiree
was
wins.
designed by. Yes, Baymax is the cutest robot.
Yeah, we're done. We should have done that.
So, anyway, the Carousel of Progress was made by Walt Disney himself for the 1964 World's Fair, the same one that he made Small World for. And Small World has gotten really famous, but the Carousel of Progress doesn't get much love. And it is, anyway, I think that it's awesome.
So since I've only been once, you guys might have to help me to make sure that I'm actually in the right parks, since I've only spent like a day or two at each of these. But at Disney, in Magic Kingdom, I really enjoyed Haunted Mansion, even though I didn't think I would. But I also really enjoyed Big Thunder Mountain, like you said. And I really like Space Mountain.
Yeah?
And I know those are all pretty popular
That's a good choice.
rides. I don't know what would be unpopular. They all seem pretty popular.
And I'll come in and talk about Magic Kingdom while we're all talking about it. Joanna definitely talks about my favorite ride, the Carousel of Progress. That's one of my, like, not that popular rides, but again, like with Walt Disney being very interested in the future and doing all kinds of weird stuff and like
Can you move your arms?
the World Fair and stuff. And there's a great song that goes with that. There were a few different songs in the soundtrack, but there's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow is the song that's used in that ride. It's really good.
Stewie, you want to slowly pour that milk in?
Yes.
Super slow.
Space Mountain has always been one of
Super slow.
Sorry, one of my favorites. It definitely fast pass for that ride, unless you go really late at night.
Which one?
Space Mountain.
I have not been on the Snow White's Railroad. The
Oh yeah,
dwarfs.
I was
Rails
there
yet.
when it was out. I haven't been there.
Yeah. It's okay.
It just didn't melt enough.
But yeah, I think the Carousel of Progress is really good. Pirates of the Caribbean, like that's a classic. You don't need a really fast pass for it, but that's a great ride, and it's always fun. It's always good. That and Haunted Mansion are kind of at the top of my list.
I love Haunted Mansion.
Pirates and Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion is my all-time favorite ride, like fast pass or no fast pass. Like I will always go on Haunted Mansion.
I am that obnoxious person that waits until the scream happens in the Haunted Mansion ride, and I scream along with it just to scare the crap out of the people beside me.
Obnoxious or not, like that's awesome. All right, so what about Epcot?
At Epcot, as far as rides go, I've always liked Spaceship Earth. Where you go up inside the ball.
It was fun. I like
cheesy. Definitely fun.
I love
That ball, right? Like,
you
that's
are.
what's cool about it.
The thing with Epcot rides that I rode when I exist anymore. The World of Energy one with the animatronic dinos used to be, I want to say it was like a Michael Jackson thing.
It was,
And it's not
yeah.
there anymore. Now it's Ellen, and it's still okay. So, but
It's
it
what?
still exists. Ellen's World of Energy.
Took it over.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Really?
Like
In
this happened,
Disneyland or Disney
in
World?
Epcot. At Epcot.
Yeah.
So this happened like 15 years ago.
I don't remember that.
The Imagination ride with Figment has totally changed.
Do you want me to get you more water?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Do you want more wine?
I'll take more wine. You can top me off. But there was my favorite ride that used to exist at Epcot. It was called Body Wars. And they had to remove it
Body
because
Wars.
people were like having health issues on it because it was so violent. But it was one of those 4D rides where they shake you and you're wearing 3D goggles. But in it, they shrank you down to the size of a red blood cell, and they sent you through the human body to experience everything happening in the human body. So it was like science-based.
I loved it, but it was one of those rides that makes you nauseous, like Mission Station.
Joanna, I'm gonna keep
So
knocking
it's
you.
like super. Well, you see,
Sorry. Sorry.
You keep moving me. But it was a very intense ride, but I loved it. That being said, as far as ones that
What
are there,
happened to Body Wars?
it got removed. People were having like heart issues on it because it was
It was
such an
a
intense.
tough
It was an
ride.
intense ride. So it's been replaced by Mission Space, which
I heard that
creates-
one was crazy too.
yeah, it creates G-forces, but it's in a much safe. I mean, they've removed Body Wars and replaced it with the one that creates G-forces. So I mean, think about this for a minute. But I like Mission Space. I will say, from personal experience, if you go to the Food and Wine Festival at Epcot, do not do large amounts of the wine portion of the Food and Wine Festival and immediately get on the Mission to Mars thing.
But you can get on Soarin'.
Soren's great. Soren's great when you've had some glasses of wine.
I was like not thrilled by it.
I'm just
Why?
saying,
You didn't
like,
like Soarin'?
I liked it, but I wasn't like everyone's like, oh my god, you have to do Soarin'.
I like Soren better
Wait,
in
wait.
California.
Oh, sorry.
The one in California Adventure is better.
Bless you. I haven't seen the one in California Adventure, but I love.
It's almost exactly the same. The difference is because it takes place in California, you've like been to the places that are
Okay.
on the screen.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you could still do the one in California and have not. I mean, so the one thing that's interesting about Disneyland that I didn't really know, Joanna told me this, is the Pirates ride is different. The Pirates ride in Disneyland is different. It's the original Walt Disney World vision of Pirates, which is really cool. As far as Epcot goes, I loved Soarin'. Soarin' is the one ride that I think I would recommend to everybody. Turtle Talk with Crush.
That was.
I like that.
Oh, I didn't go on the
Did
turtle
you
talk, but I
do
did
the
Nemo
one that was in the land pavilion where you ride through the hydroponics?
Yes, I did. That was really
didn't
cool.
do that
I
one.
love, I forget what it's called, but it's in the land pavilion and it's living with the land. I think
Yeah.
it's called Living with the Land.
It's like Chiquita Banana.
You ride through a boat where they talk about agriculture around the world and they take you through a hydroponics farm that they have there in Epcot.
It's really cool.
And it's
I saw them
really neat.
on the Chew. I saw the behind the scenes where they say
Yeah.
like we vertically grow our own lettuce, we vertically grow all of our vegetables.
It takes you back there. Like you get to see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
Not a
If you're a big gardening nerd like me.
Yeah. We have a question that popped up. Not a Disney ride, but have you ever been on the Gravitron? Yes,
What is
I
that?
have. The Gravitron is a thing that it's like the Mission to Mars, or whatever it's called, the Mission Space, where it spins you around and you experience G-forces and you like get pushed up the walls. It's like a state fair.
Oh yeah,
Ride.
that was like my favorite ride at the Texas State Fair when I was
Yeah.
little.
So,
Cause science.
yep. Next part.
So yeah, I love Nemo.
Pick it
I love sorry. Gravitron.
You like Nemo?
I like Nemo. So yeah, I really like that new sort of like Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, like this interactive animation experience that
Oh, the laugh floor is really.
I mean, Disney is so progressive with their Imagineering and their technology. I mean, they've got interactive lines where you can play games while you wait to board a ride in Soarin' and The Voyage of the Little Mermaid. They've got rides like Turtle Talk with Crush and the Laugh Floor where you can interact with animated characters like Mike Wazowski and Crush. And Disney is just really good with this stuff.
All right, when are you guys ready to assemble cakes?
We're going to be ready after we go through the other two parks.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 minutes. We're going to go through this real fast. All right, Summer, favorite ride in Animal Kingdom, go.
Animal Kingdom. I went on Everest, and that was really dumb, but I really liked it.
It wasn't dumb.
My favorite.
No, it was
is
really
the
dumb that I went
Kilimanjaro
on it.
safaris. I love the safaris.
That
where
I
you're
went
going
on
through
it.
looking at the animals. That one.
Those
I
were
think
really
that
good.
one's my favorite.
Kilimanjaro Safari,
And it's
definitely.
not a ride. There's a stage. My favorite
The
part of
birds?
Animal Kingdom. No, the Lion King, the Festival of
Oh,
the Lion
yeah.
King stage show. I love that.
That was fun, but I liked the bird show. So I like birds.
The bird show? I didn't see the bird show.
It's called Flights of Wonder.
Okay. I did like Kilimanjaro Safari.
If you like birds.
I like Expedition Everest. I like going through Discovery Island and just looking at the Tree of Life and just going through all of the animal areas.
Yeah.
All right. Hollywood Studios. Used to be MGM. Definitely has like 2 good rides, so there's not many to choose from.
I have to shout out the Great Movie Ride. Ever since I was
Never
really
saw
little, it's right in the middle.
Oh, really?
It's at the replica of the Chinese Ramen Theater. And
we walked right past it.
it's an animatronic deal where you ride through, and it's super cheesy. It's kind of like the classic Hollywood version of the Jungle Cruise,
Yeah, it is.
with like cheesy one-liners and stuff. But ever since I was very little, I've loved it. I still love it as an adult. I hope that when they because they're redoing Hollywood Studios, it's becoming mostly like Star Wars and Pixar are going to be the 2 main things there.
And Avatar.
Yeah. Well, no, that's going to.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Sorry.
I really hope that they keep the Great Movie Ride because it's so classic.
It's
So
like
that's my
it's like the
favorite.
Maelstrom of Hollywood Studios, right?
Yeah.
Which
I really
is
liked
so
Midway
still
Mania.
Midway
We did
Mania.
that like super fast. I really liked Rocking Roller Coaster, but
The Aerosmith Ride.
I hated the Aerosmith music. But when I went there for the Star Wars Christmas party afterwards, so we were at this party until like 2 a.m., they had replaced the Rocking Roller Coaster music with the John Williams Star Wars soundtrack and ride that ride.
That's
And it was
pretty awesome.
amazing because you're like waiting there and like it goes like 0 to 60 in like 1 second. So you're like, so it's like, and then it does all the Star Wars music while you're going around.
That's cool, but like
It
I
was
know
amazing.
that they've designed that ride to like specifically. I think they should do their really with Star Wars music or something like that.
It was awesome.
Tower of Terror. Of the ride itself, because I think it has like the Twilight Zone. And I like horror things. Like I like the Haunted Mansion, right? So I think that has a good story
Did you
to
guys
it.
watch Haunted? Did you watch Twilight Zone when you were younger?
No.
I watched the Twilight Zone when I was younger, and I saw the 19 Tower of Two
Oh,
with
yeah.
Billy.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
So I really loved it. I thought it was a great story. Like 5 people die in an elevator. It's a ghost story. It's really cool. So I love it. I mean, I love ghost stories. The ride itself is whatever, but I think a good story is what makes it for me.
I agree.
That's why I like the Haunted Mansion. Like, there's a good story there. Anything else?
Are we ready to frost cakes?
Frosting time.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna move cameras.
So. Okay. We can mute that one. So here's what we've got. We've got 2 cakes that turned out okay and 1 cake that kind of fell apart. Also, these cakes have 9 extra tablespoons of butter that they shouldn't have in them. We've got this caramel sauce, which looks good. We've got the ganache that looks good. So we just failed on the cakes. Okay, so this says put the cake together. Place the first layer of cake on a cake stand. Do you want to get a cake stand?
I do.
Stop eating all the cake. We're still going to use it.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. Sorry. What's a cake stand? It's a stand that you put a cake on.
Okay, you guys.
We could put it on a plate, but we could also put it on a cake stand.
Look at that.
I made this.
It's a cake with a pedestal.
I made it.
You made it?
Yeah, I got this from the thrift store, and I got this candlestick from the thrift store, and then I spray painted that, and then I epoxied it. So now I have a cake stand.
Cool.
It cost me like $1.
And you can wash it?
No, not really. You gotta hand wash it.
That is so cool. Summer made her own cake stand.
Crafty.
It's a plate on a pedestal. That's what cake stand is. I learned that today.
Okay,
I'm learning a
so
lot.
cake number 1.
Well, let's make sure we get this in the right area for the film. Should we like?
Well, here. There you go. There we go. Okay, cake number 1. Put that on top of this. No, put that on top.
This?
Yeah, put it on top.
Upside down?
Yeah.
Oh.
And now, well, don't press it. Now hold it.
Hold it.
We're gonna flip it back over.
You're so good at this.
It smells so good.
This is so cool.
Okay, so layer number 1. So now,
Add frosting.
Okay, now
add frosting.
Joanna has to do this next part.
Add a top with 1 cup of caramel icing and spread it into a thin layer. There's a spatula actually right here. But there was a spatula right here. What happened?
How good this cake looks. This
I
cake
just
looks
spin.
freaking good.
That one is.
The rest are questionable. Yeah, this is good. Freaking good.
You can probably add more too.
I will. But I didn't want to like over add either.
It's clear that Summer and Joanna have done this before.
Someone want to grab a picture of the cake in process?
I do.
I don't.
So one thing, if you've never made a layer cake before, it's actually really important to get the layer of frosting that's on the cake all the way out to the very edge. You can use a piping bag for that, or you can gently push it with a spoon the way I'm doing. But that helps fill it in all the way on the layers so that you don't have gaps on the edge of your cake. Actual baking tips. I know you're shocked.
That's not why people tuned into this.
I know.
All right, so then spread that drizzle with some chocolate ganache and some caramel sauce. Drizzle with some of that too. Okay.
This is
That looks drizzled. Okay.
That's fun.
You make me use a fork or something. Maybe.
This is fun.
You dropped some ganache.
Sorry.
I'll clean that up for you.
My bad.
So you use about like a third of that probably.
I can drizzle.
So the cool thing about this cake is it's like every time you take a bite, you never know what you're gonna get. Chocolate, caramel.
Hopefully you should get both.
Okay, probably
so
a
next.
bit of a
Should we put
fork.
the crappy layer on next?
I think so.
Crappy layer. What are you trying to say?
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you trying to say
I'm
about
sorry.
my cake? I'm helping. Okay, I know you're saying crappy layer, but this cake is gonna be amazing. Just make sure it doesn't fall. All right,
Do you wanna
I
put
want
the
to.
next?
I want to do the next.
Okay, so put about a cup of that.
This is so cool. This is so cool, you guys. I'm doing it. Okay. So these are a little dividdle. Oh, it's falling apart.
Oh shoot, that was a really good picture. I accidentally deleted it. There we go.
It's like picking up the cake.
Yeah, you gotta do it a little smoother.
Yeah.
So when you do it,
It's okay. Here.
I didn't want to use all the icing because I thought we'd use it.
It'll be okay. We have all that chocolate too.
and
We're
it's
good.
getting covered.
Okay. Okay.
It's all
I
good.
don't want to do the next part. I don't want to do this part because this part's hard.
That's
Look at it. It just picks it all up. Okay, let me do this part.
Thanks. I'm glad you guys like my necklace. I like my necklace too.
It's good.
Okay, you gonna drizzle?
Yep. This is called Nautilus Inspired.
It's like, just give up on it, Joanna. It's okay.
But I wanted to go to the edge.
It won't go to the
You
edge.
are a lovely specimen. You have to talk to your cake. It's like a plant.
Good
Right.
cake.
Good cake, nice,
Nice
cake.
Lovely
Little
cake.
ball of chocolate. What do you guys think? Did you-
Beautiful.
think
Good
that's
drizzle.
Can I do
Drizzle some caramel.
caramel? Wait.
Oh, geez.
All right, the last layer.
Wait. The
No!
Oh,
No!
hurry up.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La la la.
Done.
I was still working with that.
I know. That's why we did it.
I was still working. This cake looks like a curly whirly masterpiece.
I was gonna say hot mess, but you know, that's okay.
I don't know how anybody that's not a professional could have made this cake look good. Do you think if you guys did this solo, it would be better?
What are we
looking?
gonna do with this cake?
We're gonna eat it.
I'm not eating all this cake.
Yes, we are.
I'm gonna send it home with you then.
Okay.
It's mostly falling apart because it has 9 tablespoons of butter in it. That's fine, Joe.
There's probably other reasons. I think it looks amazing. I don't know what they're complaining about.
Where's the rest of the sugar?
What? What about the
What do we do with the sugar?
Hey.
all the sugars and frosting? I don't know what you're talking about. Wasn't that what was supposed to happen?
No.
All the sugar was supposed to go in the frosting?
Literally, it was like all that was left.
What? This sugar? What frosting?
You said 1 cup and a half a cup,
Oh, okay.
and then I put it in there. But then I measured badly.
Do you want to drizzle more?
Yes.
Oh, I want to told him.
Bruce Bugtrotter would be proud. All right, somebody
We broke summer.
give Summer to the breathing room.
I knew on it. That looks good.
No, it's not done yet.
Okay.
If you go over the edges, it's more romantic.
Oh, romantic cake. My bad.
Just watch what you're getting on my floor.
No, it's not on the floor. That wasn't me. That was someone else. This is a very.
Can I do the final drizzle?
Wait, you should do more chocolate drizzle because we have more.
No, it's fine. We'll use it for something else.
Are you sure? What do we
Yeah.
use it for?
I don't know. Hold on, wait.
Well, there it is.
Well, there you have it. If you ever wanted to see a pancake with a problem, you got it.
Wow.
You did so well. Let's just make sure
What
it's like.
happened to my candles?
At least it tastes really good.
Oh no, wait.
Hang on.
We need to take a photo of this. This is the most. Put it down, Stewie. I have birthday candles for it.
Yay! Put 3 in and light it, and then we'll come over here and take a picture.
Wow, this looks so
Because
amazing.
it's broken on the side.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
It's gonna fall.
Hello, Harry. It's your birthday. I might have sat on your cake a bit, and I'm sorry that you've been abused by your parents, but come back to Hogwarts with me. I brought you this shitty cake, and I hope you love it. Oh my god, it's stripping off the sides.
Okay, quick.
Ready? Are we gonna make a birthday wish for
We
this?
should make a birthday wish.
I wish this cake would not get. Don't tell it. It's gonna
No. No. I wish for 33 more years of amazing.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, wait, I wish. I love you guys. Bye.
Yay!
Yay!
All right. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us and baking along. And
This cake is so beautiful.
We're gonna go
It's
eat this
amazing.
cake now.
Oh my god, it's completely falling off. Okay, this cake is a Frankenstein of cakes.
It's
That's
great.
beautiful.
It's
We're gonna eat
great.
it now.
We're gonna eat it. And
Thank you for tuning in.
thank you for 3 amazing years.
GeekGirlPenPals.com.
Yeah.
Don't drink and bake.
And our Pen Pal round opens on Saturday. So come sign up for Pen Pal then. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.